number one, all right, if you're mad about it, that's okay. You know what I mean? That's not what the issue. Did you tell him before you got into that how phenomenal the show was with us?
Yes, I did. Of course I did.
Not just me, with you.
What?
What do you mean?
Did you tell him how you did?
Yeah, I said we both did. We both did very well. It was great.
Just now you said Dice did a good job, like you were, sort of judging my performance.
Well, he is judging your performance.
No,
they asked me how it went.
Howard, I'm saying the reason we did this show, we wanted to see how we would be as a team together performing, and I'm still raving about the show.
Well, Artie said that you were great, he was great.
Okay.
Artie did say probably that he was just as responsible for bringing in the crowd as you were.
Okay.
And he kind of was saying...
And as a free opening act, he was great.
Yeah, and he said, not only did I accept $5,000, but really, I didn't get any money for it. But Artie also said, I'm going to fill you in on everything, Dice, so you're not in the dark. Artie said, look, Artie headlines shows, and he has other comedians working for him. He pays them that night on the spot, and he makes sure it happens. There's no reason why Artie had to wait. Am I misquoting you, Artie?
No, that's exactly right.
No, it's okay. I'll go through it with you. I have no problem going through it with you. But I don't know why you didn't just call me, because, number one, I called up. No, this is what happened. Number one, I didn't tell him I'd pay him that night. I wait till I get paid, and then I send the checks out, okay? So now what happened is I actually called you, Artie. I was in Florida 4 or 5 days ago, and I actually left you another message going, call me up and leave me the address for your agent so I could send the check.
Artie, did that happen?
I never got that message.
So wait a minute. So yesterday, when I got all these calls, I just got back to L.A. Sunday night.
Artie, you calling Dice a liar?
Oh, no, I'm just saying, I don't know if something happened with the phone. I never got that message.
No, I left that message. You get 1,000 messages from me. That one you didn't get. But I'm telling you what I did. Yesterday I did get to your agent, and I said, give me your address.
That was yesterday.
Send the check out.
But, Dice, was that a reaction to Artie complaining on the air?
What bothers me, what bothers me, I've been trying to call Artie just for that information. I didn't come home from Atlanta.
Artie's shaking his head that you're bullshitting.
No, I'm saying I never got that message.
Look, I wouldn't I got no reason to bullshit him. Number one, what gets me crazier than everything is not the fact that you didn't get paid. I mean, I got no problem paying you. What bothers me more is that what I heard about that the show was half sold, so Artie was on the show.
That's true.
No, but
that's what Artie said.
When I first went on Howard's show, that time, the time I asked you, whatever it was, whatever day that was.
Right.
There were 200 seats left to be sold. By the time I was done with Howard's show, this is why I give you all that credit, Howard. The tickets were gone.
So you didn't really need Artie, is what you're saying.
No, not for that show. If I would have went into the bigger room, and I'll tell you the truth, they were chanting for Artie to come out. I mean, what's happened since I've come on your show is that, I'm getting people that buy Sirius coming to the show.
Right.
Whether it's in Florida, whether it's in Vegas, Atlantic City. All I wanted to do was finally team up with Artie because I heard about his performing ability and, team up like these guys do, the blue-collar guys, these guys. So, people have been telling me about Artie, so I said, well, let's try this. Now, if we would have...
See, I'm going to be honest with you. Artie thinks...
No, but let me...
Can I tell you what Artie thinks?
Okay.
Because Artie's not man enough to tell you himself.
No.
Are you scribbling notes
Artie,
to her?
No, I don't understand what you...
Artie told me something.
Let me ask him about what he just said, though.
Okay.
So you say... Are you claiming that before I announced that I was going to be a part of the Borgata show, you had already sold it out?
No, I'm saying there were 200 tickets left to sell when I came on Stern's show.
And
that's what I'm saying.
And then what I
am saying, this I'll admit to, when we announced, or you announced that you're going to do the show with me, I got calls to go into the bigger room. Let's open this up and go into the, they have a bigger room there. Either that or add a second show because there were so many calls coming in. We could have done a second show And that I would have given you a lot of credit for. And you know what? If we would have done that, I would have even gave a lot more money because you would have had a lot to do with that second show.
Okay, I get it. So that part I agree with. But when would I have gotten this money?
Yeah, when is he getting his money?
Well, it's in a trust, Artie.
You know what I mean?
Dice has actually invested it for you, and he's waiting to watch it grow.
Yeah, I didn't know he wanted a paper bag that night.
But Dice, come on, you work with comics. You get paid that night or the next day. I mean, come on.
The next day, I gotta live my life. I gotta get back to L.A. and take care of business. That's what happened.
Well, I got to live my life, too.
What, couldn't you get out of town, Artie?
Look, you weren't depending on your life for the, since you said it on the air, the $5,000 I gave you. And,
You don't know that. Artie bets heavily.
But what does that have to do with anything?
It has nothing.
It's my money.
I know it's your money, but, I got to come back and when I come back out of town, the first thing I do is take care of everybody that's with me on the road and have all the checks sent out. I run it like a business. I'm not getting in my car and running to a
divvying up
15
cash
minutes away. I'm all over the country.
How do you do it, Artie, when you have comics working for you?
You can ask anybody who's ever worked for me. That I either tell the guy who's promoting the gig, I say, listen, you got to cut this guy a check for this amount, me a check for this amount. If they have a problem with that, I make sure that night the comic gets a check.
All right.
Either from my account, if I get the full amount, or from the guy.
It's your fault that you didn't say, Dice, can I get paid that night? I didn't know you expected to get paid that night.
I guess it's my fault that I didn't specify. But it's 10 days later and I don't have the check.
Well, call your agent. I spoke to him.
I called my agent 20 times this week.
Did you talk to him yesterday?
Dice, I talked to him. I had to go to Pittsburgh after we worked together, and I called him and I said, Dice didn't pay me. He said, I'll call Dice's agent. He started calling your agent a week ago. Your agent said, I don't know anything about this. Dice is on the road. I can't get him. And I said, well, as of right now, I haven't gotten paid.
What you're saying is that I was on the road.
Dice, what does that have to do with anything that you were on the road? I mean, I got to wait for you to get off the road to get $5,000?
And I'm not. No, when I come home, I take care of business. What's the?
Well, when are you getting home so we can get that? Let me know.
No,
He's never going home again.
I mean, now you're starting to piss me off. I mean, you call me a bull. You never call me this week, ever. I never got a fucking phone call from you.
Now you call me a liar because I did leave.
I'm not calling you a liar. All I'm saying is maybe my phone fucked up. I didn't get a phone message from you.
I'm calling you a liar. What I'm saying is, I called you and said, I need your agent's address to send the check.
Never got that message. I gave you, remember after the Borgata, we were sitting in your dressing room?
Yeah,
you said write down your corporation's name and your agent's name. I did. I handed you that piece of paper that night thinking, okay, maybe I'll get it, Monday. It's a Friday night.
I didn't know you needed it. And if you would have said, you want to know, if you would have actually told me, can I just get paid that night in advance, I would have had a check cut for you just to give you there.
Artie's saying it's embarrassing to say that. He thinks he's supposed to just know that.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying, what does it matter if I need the money or not? It's my money.
I'm not needing the money. I just take care of it.
He's saying he waits.
I go all over. You had to drive 10 minutes to go do your gig. I went to a few different cities. I come home. I'm going to cut. The check's been cut already because now tell me you didn't talk to your agent yesterday.
I did. I'm admitting to that. I talked to him yesterday.
Say that I'm sending the check.
He left me a message and said, I talked to Dice, call me back. I didn't get a chance.
But that's what the call was about. What do you think it was? I want to go out with the guy?
Dice, it's still 10 days later.
Okay, so what do you want? A bonus?
No, I want my money. I don't want a bonus. I want the money we agreed to.
Why can't we get past this? Why is it always about money? You're the one that even said to me before the gig, I don't even care if I get paid. And I said, no, I got to pay you.
Dice, when did you get paid for the Borgata gig?
They gave me a check, half the check that night.
Okay. And when did you get the other half?
Now, I didn't send the check till yesterday because I came home Sunday.
So how is that my problem?
No, it's not your problem. So I send the check to the accountant. I call the accountant. I give him your agent's number. and I say, cut the check, since I don't know why you talk about what you make on the air. It's stupid. But I told them, cut the check for Artie and send it to him. That's it.
All right, well, I'll let you know when I get the check.
Are you saying that Dice could have made that same phone call from the road, Artie?
But
I guess, there's a lot of ways of getting in touch with people nowadays.
Howard, number one, I never worked with the guy before, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking, I wasn't thinking anyway. If he wanted to check that night, that's all he would have had to say. And I would have taken care of it in advance of leaving L.A.
Actually, I think this is Dice giving Artie a little more credit. He doesn't think Artie's desperate for $5,000, so he's taking his time. He's getting home. He's going to...
Why should that matter? I mean, Howard's not desperate for his paycheck coming next week.
Just expect it on time.
Exactly.
Right.
What are you going to get me? It's friggin' 6 in the morning here. What are you going to get me mad for? For nothing. For nothing.
For $5,000.
I'm trying to team us up to do giant things, and you're, for the $5,000. How's that makes you sound bad?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make me sound bad, Dice. It doesn't make me want to work with you again if I got to wait fucking 2 months for my money.
Oh my God!
What do you want me to tell you? If you want to do what you're doing, then do what you're doing. We teamed up to do big things together, right?
Did you two have a talk?
What?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I don't know if Artie wants me to bring that up.
Right. Did you have any kind of conversation?
Artie doesn't want to tell. Dice wants to team up with Artie. And Artie thinks the reason that Dice really wants to team up is he really wants me involved. And that Dice's way to get involved with me is through Artie.
No, that's not...
But Artie's afraid to say that.
That's without question what's going on. Come on.
Oh, really?
No, wait a minute. Really? No, Howard, please. I come on your show, I announce a show, when you say, you got something to plug.
You bet. Anytime you want.
Sells out, right?
That's right. Anytime you want.
But who says why it's happening?
I don't say anything.
No, I say why it's happening.
Yeah,
Isn't that what happened?
But I don't know. Artie feels he can go do these shows himself.
Here's my thing, Dice.
Let me hear what Artie has to say.
The room we played at the Borgata last week.
Okay.
I'm doing a show, 2 shows there, August 25th and 26th by myself.
Okay.
And they're both going to sell. They'll both sell out in about 4 or 5 days, and I'll make probably 11 times what I made with you there.
Okay.
Now, why would I want to do work with you when I don't need it? Why would you want to work with me? You don't you never saw me do stand-up. It's not about the fact that you like the fact that I'm a comedian. I'm on the greatest show ever that can put people in seats. And, you want to get those plugs. So it's almost like you're patronizing me, like, oh, you're a great comic, I want to work with you. No, you want to get plugs on a Howard Stern show, which I totally get.
So you don't think working with me? Okay, so you're the greatest comic ever.
No, Dice. The reason I worked with you was because you're an icon. You're one of my heroes. The reason I did this is because, look, it's not, and this is why I told Howard. Howard thinks I should ask for more money. I'm like, no, it's not about the money. It's about the fact that I'm getting to work with a guy who is a true icon. He's a legend. And it was something I could tell my kids one day. I opened up for Dice, but teaming up with you, why don't we just go make our own money ourselves? Why do we got to team up together?
You don't think it could benefit you and us as a team teaming up together and doing giant places? You don't think that's strong?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'd rather work by myself.
But if that's what you want to do, that's up to you. I heard when I started doing Howard, my attendance record went up immediately. He gave me an outlet. It's going great between us. He gave me my own show to do. My attendance at my shows have gone up, 80% since I went on Howard.
And no one knows that more than me, man. I know.
Let me talk a minute. Now I hear about Artie Lang and how terrific Artie is. So I think, you know what? Maybe it would be a good idea, because guys are doing this, to team up with Artie. Let's see what happens. So I approach you. I'm doing this Borgata gig, and I say, look, Artie, what do you want for the gig? Because I wouldn't want to insult you either. So I throw a number, and you go, you know what? That's fine, because the next night I'm at some club in Pittsburgh, and I'm making X amount, which I wouldn't say on the air. All right, great. So we do the gig. All that happened was a misunderstanding of when you got the pay, okay? I took care of it, but if you don't want to work with me, that's up to you. And if you think I can't do bigger places without you, well, you're mistaken. And if you can do 2 and 3 nights at the Borgata and in Vegas and bigger arenas without me, then go do them. I just think you're a good guy. I thought we got along terrific, and I wanted to move forward with it.
Dice, honestly, I would have opened up for you at the Borgata for nothing, just for the story. I really would have. That's how much I respect you. But honestly, the guys team up for those tours because they have trouble selling tickets on their own. I'm blessed with the fact that I'm on a show. And look, 2 years from now, if I'm not on the show anymore, I could be begging guys to give me work. That's how comedy is. But right now, I got to make as much money as I can, and I can do it on my own. And
that's up to you, though. See, Howard putting me on the air automatically brings my attendance up. I just thought it would be a great thing to team up with somebody finally.
But why?
The chops to go in front of a crowd and to move forward with me on things.
But Dice, as a businessman, if you could sell out those places on your own, why split the cut with me?
He's talking about bigger places. He's talking about Madison Square Garden.
We talked about it. This wasn't a one-way conversation. I said to you, we spoke about.
No, you definitely brought this up to me. Absolutely.
We spoke about something. On the in the
Artie's intimidated to tell you what he thinks sometimes.
What's that?
I guess Artie's intimidated to tell you what he thinks.
I listened to what he said
today.
No, listen.
No, he came clean with you today.
I listened to what he said about what the plans he wants to do, and I thought about it a little bit. But I mean, nothing is set in stone. Nobody agreed to anything. No contracts were signed, and
no contract because we got to sit down and you don't just plan giant shows. I'm talking about the shows.
Let's see. Hey, Dice, let's see what the audience has to say. Ralph, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Hey, now.
Hey,
Artie, I love you. You know that. But I think you're being a bit of a dick on a few levels here. First of all,
this is another guy who's owed me $100 for 2 years, by the way, Ralph.
You don't hound him.
Believe me, the next call, they'll be ripping me apart.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Dice is saying, first of all, with the team up, it'd be fun. It'd not necessarily about money, it'd be fun. I was excited. I wanted to go see you guys. Artie, have I ever come to see your show before? No. I was excited.
Wow, wait, Ralph, if I team up with Dice, you'll come? Whoa, wait, Dice, where are we next, man? I can get Ralph Sorella to come to the show?
Just listen for a minute. You know,
fuck off, Ralph.
Here's a guy you're saying you loved, you looked up to. It was an honor to open for him.
Yeah, and I did.
2 minutes later, because you didn't get your $5,000 that you would eat in devil dogs in a day, you're pissed.
Oh, Ralph, you're a fucking loser faggot, you piece of shit. How long should I wait for the? How long should I wait for the $5,000, you cocksucker?
You didn't even want?
Artie,
you want me to wait the same amount of time I waited for my $100 that I put in with my bookie with you, you piece of shit?
What's with the vulgarity? Can't you have a conversation?
Is this what happens if somebody's right?
So, are you right, Ralph? You're right?
No, but seriously.
You've owed me $100 for 2 years, you fucking piece of shit. And when I wanted to get the $100 from you, you said, get it from Will. He owes me $50.
It is. It's Will owes it to you. But listen to me. Why are you getting yourself all worked up over this $5,000?
Because you're...
Dice is running it as a business. He's running things differently.
How long should I wait for the $5,000, Ralph? You tell me. How long should I wait for the 5 Gs?
He was on the road. He was on the road, and he runs it like a business, and he gets back, and he makes sure that everything is... He's got more people than you.
Ralph, what would you know about making money and business?
With you like he does, so he's got to get everybody paid.
You know what? Let me say this though, Artie.
You're actually funny now, Ralph. Now you're saying funny, creative shit. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. How long am I supposed to wait for $5,000?
Artie, how
that I could spend on devil dogs, you faggot.
Artie, the Wyatt Bud.
What do you know about making money, Ralph? Go fucking go jerk off to Star Trek.
Artie, what you're doing is you're just obsessing on something. You don't give.
Yeah, $5,000.
You're getting pissed about it. You don't care about that $5,000. I know you. You go through that in 2 seconds.
Wait a second, Ralph.
Okay, Ralph.
Howard,
Okay, wait.
Howard.
Okay, I'm going to speak calmly
Howard,
right now.
Wait, he's going to speak calmly.
What does the fact, whether I need the money or not, what does that have to do with getting money that's owed to me? It's my money.
To make a point, I mean, that's why I keep saying to you, if you needed it that night and you told me, I would have just had a check there.
Yeah.
But since you didn't, all I did was take care of business when I got home. That's all it comes
Dice, wouldn't you think to mention to me, look, I'm going on the road, Art. It might be 12 to 14 days before you get the money.
But I did tell you where I'm going. You know, I told you I'm going to Florida. I said I'm going to Vegas. And then I got home. I took care of it. I don't know what you're getting so crazy about.
I still don't have the money.
No, I think this is more because somebody told me that you were yelling yesterday about I'm not an opening act. Okay?
I never said that.
No, but listen to me. And that pissed me off. I go, number one, I didn't look at him like an opening act. We had an opening act. I treated him really special. I thought he was terrific. And on top of it, you know, when you talk about how $5,000 don't mean anything, tell him how much time you even had to do for the $5,000. It wasn't like you had to go out there and destroy that crowd for an hour.
Dice.
Listen to me.
You're really fucking pissing me off, Dice. You really are. No, let me tell you something. I took a pay cut. $5,000. I sold that place out for you, motherfucker. And I did 20 minutes, and you said I'll give you $5,000. So, okay, fine. That's beautiful. How long am I going to wait for it?
I don't know why you're yelling and why you're in the studio.
Because you're saying stupid shit.
You know what? No, I'm not saying stupid shit. We were trying something out. I didn't do anything wrong. I came home. The check has been cut. I think.
What are you trying out? Not to pay me? Is that the experiment we're working with?
Maybe you don't fucking hear me, okay?
Oh, I hear you, dude.
I fucking hear that the check has been sent, okay? So it's 10 days later.
The check has been sent.
Well, let me ask you this, Artie. Is it
with you?
Have you ever done Have you ever done a commercial or something, and then they send the check to you like a month later?
Weeks later?
You know what I mean? That's possible.
I really don't know what this is about. I think for some reason you think you sold that room out, and you want to know something? You didn't have a fucking thing to do with that. So don't sit here.
Should we get a guy on from the Borgata? Should we get the promoter on?
Do you think I don't have to do 2 nights at the Borgata? Is that what you're talking? I've been doing the Borgata for 4 years, Ralph. Fucking on.
You mad at Ralph now? I am too.
What are you going to get me mad about? And do you think if we did a bigger place, there wouldn't be more money involved for you?
I didn't sell anything out. You're right. Plugs on this show sold it out, dude. And I'm a comedian who works on this show. Just admit you need those plugs right now.
I'm not going to give credit.
It ain't 1988 anymore.
I'm not going to give credit where credit's not due. Okay.
Wait a second. This is out of hand.
What happened here?
What happened is I did a show and Dice didn't pay me. That's what happened.
This is what I mean about everybody. You know, on the phone, they got a big fucking mouth, and it's hard to even get through what I want to say on the phone. But if I was standing there, believe me, you want to open your fucking mouth.
Oh, yeah, I would, Dice. Believe me, I would.
Hey, you would.
Believe me, I would.
You're going to get that fucking...
Hey, tonight.
You'll be in L.A. today? Come on.
I'll be in L.A. tonight.
Bring it on. Bring it on if you got...
Come to the set of Entourage tomorrow, if they let you on. I'll try to get you a pass.
You know what? What are you talking about? Your plugs. You know what? You're doing fucking clubs, hee-hees and ha's. Don't tell me about nights at the fucking Borgata. I was trying to be cool with you. Yes, I didn't really know your ability before I came on Stern Show, and I got to know you that way. So I said, let's team up. I really don't know where this is coming from.
Dice, it's just coming from the fact that it took 11 days to get me my money.
I'm saying, hey, if I knew...
That's where it's coming from, nothing else. I don't put myself on a level of a comic as you. I really don't.
All right, chill out a minute, all right? If you would have told me this, I would have had a check for you. Because I didn't have a check for you, I got to wait till I come home, and I pay everybody that's been with me. That's how I work the business. You didn't know that, and I didn't know you wanted it that night, okay?
Not even that night. It was a Friday. We worked Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday.
I've been on the road for I don't know, 2.5 weeks, whatever it is. I came home and I paid you. It's that simple. So I'm apologizing for the misunderstanding, if that's what it is. But other than that, I don't know what the yelling's about.
In other words, Dice is saying...
I sat there, and you know what, Howard? When I do come on your show, and I'm going to admit this, that it's stupid not to, and I plug something, it sells a lot of tickets.
Yeah, and believe me, that's not the issue. In fact, Artie, I think what Dice is saying, and I don't know that it's right or wrong.
Do you understand this? Why is Artie so upset? I know
why Artie's upset. But I can clear it all up. You want me to clear it all up?
No, but I want to tell you another thing.
Well, because first of all, he said in the middle of this conversation, he said he called me this week. That did not happen.
Some more, right?
You feel he's lying when he said he called you?
Either that or something wrong with my answering machine. I didn't get the message.
Well, you know what? I did call you. And if you didn't get it, I don't know why you didn't get it. And I'm not going to have an argument over if it's a lie that I called your machine, because I know I called you and left a message.
Well, I have no way to prove anything.
You want me to check the phone records?
So I'm not looking to fight over that. I can't fight. I can't have answering machine fights when people go, oh, I called you. Yeah, but I didn't get it.
Well, I can't prove that you did either, or didn't either, so it doesn't matter.
You really think Dice wasn't going to pay you? Is that what you're thinking?
I'll clear it up.
Robin, how long do you think I should wait for the money?
The money's sent.
A year.
Let it go. Yeah. But let me tell you something, Howard.
What am I mad about, Robin? Jesus Christ.
I'll clear this up.
How long do you wait for money, Robin?
I don't understand this.
Dice, allow me to clear this up.
All right, but let me just say this, and then you'll clear it up. Okay. After I saw Artie work, okay. And I'm man enough to admit Artie was backstage. The minute they heard his name, they started chanting Artie, Artie, Artie.
Right, that's good.
The crowd, was there for him also.
Right.
So I'm not making believe that they're not into Artie, that Artie can't sell any tickets. I got very excited. I'm going, this is fucking great. This guy really has a following.
Yes.
Did he sell that show out? No. But did the show come from the serious audience? Yes. So, of course, they know Artie Lang, and they were just as excited to see him as me. So after I see this guy perform, I'm going, this is phenomenal. Let's move forward. Let's do bigger things, okay?
All right, so let me clear this up. Let me clear this up. I think I can help here. Everybody's steamed up.
I've never seen a fight more about nothing. It
is about something. You're wrong. It's that it's
Howard,
about nothing.
am I crazy?
Let me say my piece.
I think you are a little nuts.
You're right, I'm a little nuts. And first of all, it's got nothing to do with the crowd chant my name, nothing to do with that. I was real excited to work with you.
Compliment. I'm not going to.
No, I know. Dice, listen to me, dude. Listen.
Well, why can't you take a compliment? I didn't say nothing wrong when I say they're chanting your name.
And I'm giving you a compliment by saying it really was thrilling to work with you, but I expect to get paid in a timely fashion.
All right, but that was a misunderstanding.
All right, let me tell you what happened.
All right, what happened?
I'll tell you what happened. I got it all down here. I've listened, and I know what's going wrong.
I'm glad you paid attention.
All right. And I think if these guys do work together in the future and bigger things happen, Artie can expect not to get paid in the future, and that's okay. Listen, now here it is.
But he'll be getting not paid a lot more money.
But, yeah, a lot more money. Now, listen, let me tell you what happened here. When Artie goes and does shows, he is very used to getting paid that night. In other words, the house received their money. It's not like some other business.
He's used to the cash at the door kind of thing?
The cash is already there. Everyone gets paid. Even Dice says he got paid half up front and probably got paid that night the other half.
Yeah, and the first half I still haven't received yet.
All right.
Because that goes to the agent.
Right.
You know how this shit works.
So Artie, when he does a show, the way he operates is if he has a Bob Levy worker with him, he says, Bob, here, I got $20,000 for the night. Here's your $5.
You a check
here's your $5. Here's this. And I mean 500, not 5,000.
Right,
so here's your 500. And he hands out the money. Now, in a bigger situation like this, Artie expects the same thing. In other words, okay, if you're not going to pay me that night, Artie's embarrassed. He's not going to walk up to someone that night and go, "Where's my money?" It's not
but
dignified.
But to be this upset, I mean, why is he so upset?
Because he worked, he earned the money. The money's in the bank. He wants the money right away. Now, Dice is not lying. Dice, when he runs his business, he kind of gets these guys, the opening acts and things, and he says, okay, I'll send you a check. Now, probably if Artie hadn't brought this up on the air, it might have even waited 3 or 4 weeks. And Artie wants to be paid then that night.
All right, let me ask you.
But what I don't understand is why his agent didn't tell him I called him yesterday and I got the address and the check went out.
But Artie feels that happened as a result of the conversation on the air.
Of course
it happened because I'll tell you what happened, because I came home Sunday night from Vegas. Yesterday was Monday. I got on the phone. I made all my calls to take care of business. And it wasn't until after that I got this news of what went on your show yesterday morning.
Right. So Artie feels...
Let me ask you, do you think the level of Artie's upset is commensurate with what happened? He seems awfully angry to me.
Howard, do you think Artie is upset? Do you think Artie is upset because...
I'm going to tell you why Artie's upset.
How did this conversation start? It started with me being very calm, and then Dice started saying stuff like, he called me in the middle of the week. That didn't happen. I have no proof of that, but it didn't happen. Then he's like saying, I didn't know you needed the money, which is insulting. It's my money.
That's where Artie got upset.
Okay, Robin, let's go to the tape.
Where Artie got
now
upset.
I'm pissed at Robin.
Where Artie got upset, and I think this is right. Like people say, hey, you don't need the money. What do you with the... It's not it's like people have said that to me in my life. What do you like? I've gone and done specials.
But he's not trying to not pay
and done work. No, I know that.
I'm not trying to get away with the $5,000, Artie.
I don't think you are, Dice. That's not my accusation.
But wait a minute. The reason I even called...
Admit you didn't call me in the middle of the week, dude.
I even
Just admit it.
You know what? If I didn't call you, I wouldn't be afraid to tell you I didn't call you. The reason I did call you is because I was staying in Vegas longer than normal, so I was just going to call my accountant and say, send a check. But I didn't have an address to send the fucking check to.
I gave you my agent's phone number.
But I didn't have that number with me, okay?
Well, I gave it to you at the Borgata. What'd you do with it?
I didn't know what I did with it. That's why I wanted to take care of it, but that's why
These things don't happen,
Artie? All I needed was a call. Now, you're saying you didn't get the message? What, am I going to not believe you?
I didn't get the middle of the week message. Yesterday, I got it.
All I know is this, okay? It's much better to align. I don't even know why we're fucking fighting over
I don't know. Let's go. Well, I know why.
That's why
Artie feels insulted because people are saying to him, what's the big deal? It's $5,000. It is a big deal.
Dice, I was not upset at the beginning of this conversation, nor was I upset yesterday. I just mentioned, you know what, I haven't gotten the money yet. And Howard was like, wow, Howard, I mean, go to the tape yesterday. Howard you were a little surprised that I didn't get the money, correct?
I didn't know anything about it. I was surprised.
Yeah, you were surprised I didn't get paid yet.
You were a little upset yesterday, Artie.
Yeah, but not like this. Not after this bullshit.
The one thing I don't need to do is hold back $5,000, okay? And why would I want to hold back $5,000 from a guy sat in my dressing room and say, all right, why don't we make the move to this place now? And do you know why, Howard? I'm going to tell you. That the Borgata, all right, and this is no bullshit, they got over 11,000 phone calls, and that room was already sold out after I did your show last time. And I was like, fuck this. Why do another show at the Borgata when if everything works out with me and Artie, we could go into a giant place?
All right, let's hear what the audience has to say about this. Dave, you're on the air. Yes, Dave. Dave, do you want to comment or not?
Maybe he changed his mind.
Maybe he did. Maybe he's afraid to get in this conversation. It is heated, and there's a lot of aggravation in the room. Marianne.
Howard. Your friend.
Artie, you could call me a cunt all you want, but you know what, Artie? It's a damn shame. How could you? First of all, it's all about Howard, both of you, Mr. Dice and Mr. Artie Lang. It's all about Howard.
No, it's not.
The next thing, if any of you weren't there,
it's not about me. Artie and Dice are very talented guys.
Yes, but you know
while the show might help them, they're talented.
Helping them get the gigs. But how could Artie beg for $5,000? You talk about just the
He's not begging.
Artie?
He's not begging. It's his money.
It's your money, but don't you think you could have given a little time to get it? It's a disgrace. It's like embarrassing. I don't think it's a necessary fight. I think you're a very unhappy person. I can't understand it, Artie. I wish me and you could go drink coffee together so I could figure this whole thing out.
That would cheer me up.
Let's go to Jim. Jim, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say, Artie, you way funnier than this motherfucking Andrew dumbass Clay, so You have
Well,
every right
no
to
need
be
for
fucking
names.
mad.
Yeah, that's
Well,
not what this is
No
about.
need for names.
He showed his true colors.
We love
when
both
he
these
didn't
guys.
pay- He didn't pay the man. I mean, Artie has every right to be mad. So, Artie, you don't need this dude. You can go way further. Andrew was...
All right, go back to acting school and
That's right.
accent a little more.
All right, let's go to Jimmy. Jimmy, go ahead.
Howard.
Yes.
Hey now.
Hey, now.
Listen, the funny thing is I really used to like Andrew Dice Clay. And years ago, I'd watch all his stuff. I'd even watch his crappy movies.
Why does this have to be an attack on Dice?
this
Why
is
can't
a
we talk
business
about...
thing.
Why can't it...
Let the guy talk.
All right, go ahead.
You know what? When people have done nothing with their lives...
We let Ralph talk.
Right. All right, Artie's right.
What is going on with you? I think we've slipped into Artie
let's get Zero on the
Psycho
phone
Land.
call. So his friend in another car could go, I heard you too.
Dice, listen.
There's nothing to listen about. You're a zero. You know nothing about what you're talking about.
I used to be.
You're a nobody that never did anything and never will. So you can't even believe how it has you on the air now. This is your, 60 seconds of fucking fame. You zero in the game of life.
That's exactly.
That's who you are. That's what I think.
Well, let the guy... Let's hear what the guy has to say.
No, but when a guy starts a conversation, he's not interested in what went on with me and Artie. He's interested in going, oh, I even watched his crappy movies. Right there, you
Yeah,
go.
that was not fair. That was not fair.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Have you watched Artie's crappy movies?
Have you watched Artie's crappy movies, sir?
Yeah, I watched all these crappy movies too.
Oh, okay.
I have 5 crappy movies. Dice only has 1.
But the bottom line is that the only
And I know who the guy is. By the way, how's your wife, that fucking pig?
the one
Just talking, because I haven't talked to you for a long time either. How is
All right,
that
let's go to
fucking
someone
pig?
who's going to... Let's go to someone else. Nicole, you're on the air. Go ahead, Nicole.
Morning, everybody. How are you?
Hi.
Hello?
Yes, Nicole.
We're here.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just want to let you know I'm listening at work. You guys are the best reality show ever, and I think Dice is a little overreacting. I think he really wants to do this thing with Artie.
Right.
And you can't blame Artie for not wanting to. He can do it on his own and stuff. And as much as he's an icon.
Well, you know what? He's entitled to, but I just thought we had an understanding that we wanted to do more shows.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking that you guys had a conversation,
Right.
and Artie's agreed to something that Artie wasn't really into agreeing to.
I haven't agreed to anything, Robin. I agreed to getting $5,000 for the show.
Robin, I said we were talking about doing bigger things.
Right.
I said, Artie, are you in? And he goes, yeah, I'm in.
All right,
That's all it was about. But you know what? Let's be stupid about things. Let's not align and do gigantic shows all over the country. Let's just stay separate if that's what you want.
Well, this is getting very sad. Steve, go ahead. I'll give 2 more people say in this. Steve, go ahead.
Artie, you stupid guinea bastard. Let me tell you something right now. You're not pissed off over the fact that you didn't get paid. You're pissed off for the fact that you didn't get more money when after the show you said, you know what, I should have got more money for that fucking gig.
I don't feel that way.
No, that's
exactly
not true.
how you feel, Artie. That's bullshit.
No, that's not true at all. No.
bullshit.
I just want the money that was offered to me.
If he's going to be underpaid, he wants to be underpaid right away.
Let me tell you something. Do you think that Andrew Dice Clay is not going to pay you? Are you kidding me or what?
No, sir. I know he's going to pay me, sir.
Artie
I know.
feels he shouldn't have to.
And I do, I have sent the check now. That's why I don't understand why we're fighting. Like I keep saying, I'll apologize one more time. If I would have known that I'm not going to do it in an antagonistic way. If you wanted that money that night, because we discussed the money, and you said something to me, I just would have had a check cut to bring with me. But I didn't have checks to bring with me. I get paid at...
Is that fair, Artie? Is that a fair statement from Dice?
I wasn't looking to snub the guy.
Artie, why is that not
No,
fair?
I mean, I expected to get paid. Honestly, I expected to get paid that night, but
I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. I mean,
Well, maybe he has a different business procedure that you're just becoming aware of.
I started this trip. I did the Mandalay Bay in Vegas, came back to New York for Borgata, then went to Florida for shows, and then went back to Mandalay Bay. I took care of this on Monday, which was yesterday, and it had nothing at all to do with what you were yelling about on the air. I mean, it's just...
I wasn't yelling about anything. I mentioned it that I didn't get paid yet, and Howard found it surprising that I didn't get paid yet.
Yeah, but you know what? Howard didn't do the gig. This was our thing. And you could have called me and left me a message going, Dice, even after a week...
No, you said to me you were surprised you didn't get paid.
We wouldn't have known you hadn't gotten paid unless you brought it up.
No, I said I haven't gotten paid yet.
Right.
And you were like, did Dice get paid? I'm like, I think so.
What I'm saying, Artie, if it bothered you at all, you could have just left me a message going, Dice, I haven't received my check yet.
My agent called your agent a million times.
My father is on the phone now.
Could somebody bring some clarity to this?
If my father gets on the phone, you know he must be worked up.
I don't know what's happening.
Dad, what's happening here?
Oh, look, first of all, I'm exhausted. I've been listening to this friends, with this hot weather. No, I just want to give my 2 cents. I see two people who have different modes of operation.
Right.
Okay. So that's the whole argument. So one man has one operation and the other guy has another operation. Nobody decided beforehand how the operations would gel. So now you find there was a mistake because one guy didn't know how the other guy felt. So all you have to do, each one of you say, look, in the future this won't happen. It was a mistake. I'm sorry it happened. I was in business with 3 other guys, 4 partners. And if we didn't use this philosophy, we would never stay.
You'd have been like this every day.
Now, Dad, when you were in the recording business, I remember people would record, and then some months later they would pay you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a different kind of business. That's not a direct thing. I wouldn't even, you
not comparable. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I also don't think it's worth destroying the friendship we're building and what went on in that crowd. I mean, that crowd was one of the most intense crowds I've been in front of years, and I do feel it had a lot to do with me and Artie together.
All right, so this was
instead of fighting.
Dad, you're saying this is a difference of business practice.
Listen, just to give you an example, I mean, how to handle things. Well, there's Barry Bonds and Giambi. Giambi went to the court. He told the truth. The other guy's boozing around the bush. Now, what do you have here? Giambi now is a big hero in Yankee Stadium. He's doing great, and nobody's looking to get him. They're not investigating him. So the whole idea is you got to come forth and say it was a mistake, and in the future it's not going to operate that way. This is the way it operates. As long as the two of you were successful together, the other thing is chicken shit.
Yeah, well, that's how I felt. That's why I keep going. Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
I guess Artie is feeling sensitive because he's the guy still without the $5,000, and I understand that.
Ben, do you think Artie is overreacting?
No.
No?
I don't.
I disagree.
I don't.
You know why I don't think Artie's? Let me tell you what my.
All right.
Feeling. Artie's not overreacting. He wasn't told that this is the operation that he had.
Artie has a different way.
But Mr. Stern, that was not agreed to beforehand. If it was one thing where Dice said, certainly, Artie, you're going to get your money there that night, and then he stiffed him, that's another situation.
Right.
But nobody talked about it. So Dice wasn't necessarily in the wrong, and neither was Artie.
Okay, so
I agree with you on the point that they didn't talk about it. That's the only thing I agree about.
Well, I think what your dad's saying now is, let's put that behind us. Now when we do another gig, all right, if you whatever the money is, you get that up front. If that's how you want to get paid, and we just continue. The point is that it was so phenomenal. That gig was so phenomenal. It would be stupid for us not to keep going.
All right. Dad, thank you. One last thing. Go ahead.
Thing.
Yes.
What?
I believe in the bottom line on any situation. I always trust the bottom line. The bottom line is the future. You two guys, if you both agree, you're great together, you're going to be successful together, that's important.
Artie doesn't want to be together.
Artie doesn't like this.
That's a whole other thing.
Listen,
Artie, go ahead.
Here's the point. If we know a lot of comedians. Get them on the phone. See how the comedy business works. I want to know.
Let me do that for you.
I want to know. I want to know how long they've waited for checks.
Dad, thank you.
I have never seen this much craziness over the check.
Artie, you're right. I mean, this is ludicrous. It shouldn't be that.
That's why I said it's an overreaction. There's something else here.
Yeah. No. You see, if he's operating in a ludicrous way that's not satisfying to you, he's wrong. And you also don't accept his way of operating, so you're wrong. So in other words, it's past that point.
Right.
Listen, I'm admitting I'm not going to make anything up. Nothing was discussed. I never said to Dice, "Look, I expect this money tonight." He never promised that to me. But we're in the same business, and I'm saying there's sort of. I've been doing comedy a long time. You get paid usually, if not that night, within a couple of days. So it's been 10 days, and this conversation started with me going, Dice, when am I going to get the check? And then as it rolled on, Dice claimed he made a phone call, which I didn't get.
Wait a minute. Wait, say that again. I missed that.
All right. Wait, let me hang up on my phone. Dad, thank you.
Okay, I'm getting off.
All right, thank you. I hear what Artie's saying. He's saying it's common practice in the comedy business to be paid that night or within 2 or 3 days.
But maybe Dice has a different operation.
No, it's not even a different operation. If I have, you know what? If I have like just a regular opening act, okay, which I don't consider Artie, and I didn't consider him. Once again, I'm saying this as an opening act. He wasn't considered that way. We had a guy. We had the boy Jameson open. If I got a guy like that, Jameson doesn't get close to what I paid Artie. So I just take care of him. You know,
Bob Levy's on the phone. Bob, you're a comic.
I'll do it for $50.
Tell us what's going on.
First of all, Ralph is an idiot. Okay, second of all,
Thank
you get paid that night. Whenever me and Artie did gigs, we would tell the promoters to have the check there that night. There's no thinking about anything else. We're not going to get sent a check. We're working that night. We're going to get paid that
Bob, what's the longest? You've been doing stand-up for years. What's the longest you ever waited for a check?
I would have him overnighted if I didn't have it there that day.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm not a promoter. I'm a comic. So I got the check from the hotel. I keep the check.
But Dice, if you got half the money from the hotel, why not give me half my money that
night?
How
am I going to give it? Should I rip the check in half?
Just write a check out.
Have a check ready. Or tell the promoter, make out half to Artie.
No, but listen to me. If I would have known you wanted it that night, if it was discussed at all, it just would have been handled.
All right, listen. We can't go on with this all day. I'm sorry you guys have this going on. Artie, I understand from Dice what he's saying. Your check is in the mail.
Right.
That's it. It was handled. It's handled the day I came home.
Dice, it would be great if the check would bounce.
But Artie feels
would be
insulted
phenomenal.
some way.
No, I don't feel insulted. I feel he's not admitting to lying that he called me in the middle of the week.
Listen, everything went so good, and you're turning something that went so good into something bad, and it shouldn't be.
No. I'm not turning this into anything bad, Dice. All I asked at the beginning was, I haven't gotten paid yet. When am I getting the check? And then a conversation started, and a couple of things happened in that conversation that got
Dice's
me
answer
aggravated.
is your check is coming within a day or two.
But I'm calmed down again.
Me too.
All right, here's the answer.
But the big eye opener is, for the last 4 years, I've sat down with my agent. I did 5,000 people in Philly once, and I said, listen, how do we get Ralph Sorella to a gig?
Oh.
How do we get Ralph to come?
Ralph, you seem to have really ticked Artie off more than anything.
I think I figured it out now.
What?
Here's the problem. The reason, and I think everybody agrees, Artie is overreacting. Robin's saying it, Fred's saying it, but you're going to attack me. That's okay, Artie.
I'm not attacking you. I'm not attacking you.
I think Artie needs distractions in his life to make himself miserable, whether he's fucking up his relationship with Dana, whether he's eating himself to death, whether he's getting mad that he didn't get $5,000. He needs something to be upset and distracted.
He was.
Ralph, how much longer should I wait for the $100 you owe me?
You're going to be waiting forever.
I know, of course I will. And we just have to accept the fact that...
What is with that, Ralph? Why do you owe him $100 and you're not paying him?
Artie put in a bet for me. I lost the bet.
You owe him $100.
I lost the bet with Will, too. And I said, Will, just pay him the money because I wasn't...
Will, please come in here. Please come in here.
Why should Will have to be responsible for your debt?
I'm going to go ask Will, who hardly makes any money.
Artie, I'll be in Thursday. I'll pay you Thursday, okay?
That ain't happening.
All right, so that's...
2 years.
Well, you know, you want
this whole thing is crazy to me. I got to be honest. Just listening to this whole thing.
Well,
I don't understand why you couldn't just call me and go, I didn't get my check yet.
I did call you. My agent called your agent. I knew you were on the road, and I was on the road, so I figured the agents would deal with it.
The answer to your question, let's get back to it. The answer to Artie's question as to when he is going to be paid is, I would estimate that if Dice sent the check yesterday, I don't know if he FedExed it.
How was it sent?
How was it sent, Dice?
Who cut it?
I called my accountant and I said, cut a check to this guy and first I got the agent's number. I called the accountant. I said, this is his agent's number. What is it? Am I right with his first name?
Yeah, right.
Okay, all right. So you at least know I know that. I said, this is his name. Call him up now and send the check.
All right, so the check...
So you found the number that you lost.
The road manager. I also
Dice, you told me you lost the agent's number.
What's that?
You told me you lost my agent's number. Where'd you get it from
I
again?
lost the agent's number, and I went through a million papers that I got on the road. It was written on a little piece of paper. I found it, and I called my accountant. What is this, a fucking murder trial?
No, you're lying, Dice, and you're backpedaling.
Oh, my God.
I have no reason to lie. What is wrong with you?
Well, why would you say you said you lost my agent's number?
Yes, I lost the little piece of paper you wrote.
And then you
on,
found
right?
it again.
As you know, when you're on
Would
the
you
road,
pray to St. Anthony?
You collect all kinds of papers, okay? So I went through all of them.
I'm wearing my medal. Maybe he used this.
You know what? But yesterday was also the first time I'm even hearing about this.
Ross Zapin wants to come in and defend you, Dice.
Good.
Bring him in then.
All right, let's hear what he has to say. This is
the craziest.
This is what happens sometimes.
For $100.
I'm here to defend both of you guys. I think the biggest mistake here was you guys are talent. You've done shows before. Your representative should have called his representative and kept the two of you out of
But
it.
Ross, they did. My agent called his. I'll get my agent.
But you want to know something?
now.
You also let me tell you this, Artie, and it's something I won't discuss on the air. There are some problems right now with my particular agent, so I haven't even talked to him. Okay? He actually did call me yesterday, and I didn't call him back yet because of something else going on. Okay, which has nothing to do with you.
All right. Well, we won't get into that. Fine.
Ross,
so I believe. I got to say this. I believe your agent called him. I just haven't talked to my guy yet. Okay?
Ross,
but in the meantime, without any of that, I still called my accountant and I took care of all my bills and all the guys I had to pay.
Ross Zapin, I want to thank you for nothing. You clarified nothing.
No. But I made the point. But let me go back. But
I got to say this. I got to say this about Ross. See, I talked to Ross and I told Ross how incredible that show went, and he was happy to hear it because he was even smart enough to go, you know what? You two teaming up is an incredible...
He was even smart enough?
But wait a second. I just want to roll back.
I've never heard that before.
Wait,
Nobody's ever called Ross.
And Ross, who are you again?
I'm nobody.
Ross, who are you again, just so people know? Well, what is your title here?
Vice President Promotions, Event Marketing.
All right, so this is a guy who knows something about it.
But I have to. My previous history is I booked Dice when I worked for a concert promoter, and I've been in the business. Now, I know you're closer to it, Artie.
Howard, I'm going to say this just to let people know who Ross is. When I first came into New York, before I ever even did your show, okay, before I even went on your show ever for the first time, I'm talking years ago, Ross was the first guy to bring me into New York and put me in contact.
All right, absolutely.
He was working with Ron Delsman.
All right,
That's
this
right.
is a man who knows.
All right, listen, here, let me sum this up. Wait, I got to get out of this for a second. So let me sum it up. I think I can
I
help.
don't think you can.
No.
No, I think I can.
Can't be done.
Let me help.
Feels like he's responsible for the show. And
Artie has a way of doing business. It's like my father said. Artie has a way of doing business. He's been in the nightclub business for his whole life, ever since he stopped being a longshoreman.
But this was a minor mistake. He is acting as if
I
killed his
It's
first
not a minor
child.
mistake. He understands it was a different way of doing business, but he feels what's compounded it is a series of statements that is infuriating him.
Ugh.
I think he had an extra grind.
Am I right, Artie?
Before this even happened.
No. Honestly, Fred, I didn't. I was very calm
Artie
at the beginning.
thought that he should be paid.
You want to know something?
Then,
Here's three things. Number one, I think Artie thinks he was underpaid. I think
No,
it's part
I
of the
don't think
cost.
that's it.
Let me
He's
finish.
not
Let me
saying
finish.
that.
That's number one. Number two, I think he thinks he sold it out. Dice has a different opinion.
I don't think
Number
that's
three,
it.
the third compounding factor is he didn't get paid. So if he
That's
if
all
he
it
thinks
is.
he's underpaid and he thinks he sold it out and he didn't get paid, he's coming in with an extra grind.
Right.
And I have one question for Artie. When Dice asked you that day to do the gig, were you actually happy that he asked you, or did you feel like you were put on the spot and you didn't know how to say no?
No, I was happy to work with him.
But
absolutely.
Did you have any misgivings about doing it, especially since you had another gig coming up and it was kind of bad timing?
The scheduling was a problem, but no, I would love the opportunity to work with him. No, definitely,
Okay.
I was happy to work with him.
But it was also a great opportunity to see how that show came off, right?
Yeah,
Right on.
yeah, it was
and the
great.
show came off phenomenal.
I don't
Now,
think
you're on the air. Wait a minute.
I think Fred is wrong. The problem is Artie expected to be paid that night.
But shouldn't that have been communicated up front?
Yes, it was a miscommunication.
Yeah, you're right. I did not
Artie
communicate
thinks that that's
no.
something that should be known. It's not something you need to teach
Not
another
even
time.
But should Artie have to? But should Artie have to communicate that to Dice? Should Artie's agent have said up front, "Hey, this is what the deal is"?
Artie thought that that's something that comics know. That's what he thought.
That's ridiculous.
But Dice has been doing
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous to think somebody knows
It's a
something.
misunderstanding between two guys.
And then to carry on like this.
No, it's compounding because things are being said.
What's be?
Let me ask you a question.
What really got me
Artie's
mad
being
was
a little
Dice said he
insulted.
called me in the middle of the week, and he did.
But he says he did. Is he going to lie about
I'll
it?
tell you what's stupid. I'll tell you what's stupid. See, we're having an argument today, Artie, and when I left that gig, all I'm thinking of is where do we go next? What's the bigger venue we play, okay? Now, of course, we could both do our own gigs separately, but you there?
Yeah. Where would I go?
He's left.
That's right, no, because I'm on the phone, okay? But this is what happens, and I don't know who put anything in your ear. This is what I spoke to Howard when I first came in about our fight, that other people get in between shit and say shit, and by the time we even hooked up today, we're both fucking yelling. That's what happens, and it's bullshit. So if I'm telling you I called you, I called you. And if you didn't get the message, I'm sorry you didn't get the message. But the bottom line is, I'm at least man enough. I say, you know what? If I knew you wanted it that night, it would have been handled. I didn't know it. I took care of it like I always do at the end of a trip. I take care of all my business. I always have with anybody that's ever worked for me. I've never had any problems. What's going to be fucked up is if we don't do more shows, because then other people out there go, look at this, they did one fucking show, and it falls the fuck apart.
All right, look, we got to move on. Guys,
But when you're sitting there on the phone also and going, yeah, you want me to do the shows because I'll plug them. Of course I want you to plug them. Who the fuck should I hire? Some guy that just got on at Catch a Rising Star and did 3 minutes? You want two guys that could go out there, because I'm not looking to do Borgata. I'm looking to do the biggest fucking stadiums in the country. And I turned around to you after that show and I said, I want you to do it with me. That's what's fucked up if you don't. Not the 5,000. The 5,000 is fucking chicken feed compared.
away from it. Yes. Yeah. Well, anyway, it was really quite something. And I said, gee, this is a great gift for New York. So I was quite proud of myself. Of course, no one else really noticed, but. So, I got excited about it. Well, when I met with them, I said, gee, can you find a New York venue this year? They said, well, we're going to make our best effort. We really, really are. And, crazy. So last night, I'm sitting home, 7 o'clock at night. My agent rings up and he's sending an email from NBC. They have this announcement to make, an announcement. So... Yeah, exactly. So my agent says, hey, why don't you let Howard make the announcement? There is an announcement to be made about the location. Why don't you have Howard make it? Because, A, Howard's from New York. B, this really means something to New York. And you know what? It's always a little more exciting when it comes from Howard. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's a good thing. So I said to my agent, I go, why is everything last minute? Why can't we plan something like this? Let's make the announcement some sort of interesting way. He said, well, yeah, I agree with you, but what are you going to do? And so it was top secret. I was afraid to even tell Beth last night.
Really? Might get out.
Yeah, like who knows? She might accidentally say something to someone. And, I'm guarding this secret. I've been guarding it for months,
Oh, my. You knew this for months?
I knew that this was in the planning, but then they said it wasn't going to happen. At one point, they even told me I have to pay for it. So, don't think I'm joking.
Oh, my God.
So, well, there's no
Every
end.
job you get these days.
Yeah, everyone wants me paying for stuff. This is what happens in the newspaper when they inflate your salary. Anyway, so, believe me, if I could, I'd do the whole damn show from my apartment.
You got a facility.
Yeah. But kill the music for 1 second, please. Thank you. So anyway, going on with the story, I'm like, oh my God, here's the announcement, and I'm going to get to make the announcement. I got to keep it super quiet. And then there's a coordinated effort. NBC's saying don't make the announcement till 7 o'clock because we're going to press release it. Embargo, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm all excited that I get to make this announcement, which is part of my dream to bring revenue to New York City, blah, 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 blah. I love this city. I love the mayor. I love the governor. Blah, 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 blah. I'm planning my speech.
Even when you don't love the mayor, you love the city.
Right. No, I love the mayor.
Well, I'm talking about there have been other administrations.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I can point to a few. But nevertheless, I'm all excited. So I come in this morning, and I had to include Gary in this because he was helping me coordinate the announcement. And Gary goes, Jesus Christ, I got that memo late last night. I didn't understand that. I go, no.
This is all going on last night.
Oh, my God. Robin, carrying on with this memo, top secret, don't ask, right?
This is crazy.
And me, because they're a network, I figure they are under control and they know what the fuck they're doing.
It sounds like this is our kind of organization.
Oh, worse. We might be more organized than NBC. Honest to God, I've decided.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, with the fiasco and late night and mornings, and it's just crazy. So I go, now I know why. So I go, oh, okay, this is great. I'm keeping it quiet. So I get in this morning, and I said, well, I'll tell Ronnie, because Ronnie does secure. Now in the morning, I can tell him. Ronnie works over at America's Got Talent with me. I'm going to tell Ronnie, and I'm going to tell Tony, the hairdresser, because she works there with me all the time.
Right.
I said, look, I got to tell you something, the two of you. I'm not making the announcement till 7. I'm letting you know early. I haven't told a soul. But I'm going to make this announcement this morning. And here's what it is. And Tony goes, oh, yes, it's in the newspaper. Yeah, this is it. I go, what newspaper is it in? He goes, the Daily News.
Oh, jeez.
So I go, no, it's not, because I have the Daily News. I open the Daily News, my Daily News. It's not in there. She goes, oh, that's interesting. And she opens her Daily News, and it's in there. So mind you, somebody gave this to the Daily News over there. They're carrying on.
And they got it into some of the editions.
And they so didn't care that they only put it into one edition. They didn't even put in the other edition. So, again, I'm thwarted, and I feel foolish. But anyway, what can I tell you?
Well, nobody would know that all of that went on.
Well,
except for you telling us.
Well, I'm annoyed. But anyway, the exciting news is, it doesn't take away from the fact that I'm excited. The exciting news is, are you ready, Marianne?
Howard, I'm dying. I don't have no newspaper here at 6:30. Is it Radio City Music Hall in New York City? Or is it in freaking Brooklyn?
Radio City Music Hall.
You're kidding.
No.
Oh, my God.
Look on that stage. Oh, my God, Howard, it's going to be Bedlam in New York. People are going to go wild. I'm so excited. All I need is Howard in my life on the AT&T stage. I love you, Howard.
All right, Marianne, thank you.
You're
well,
the
anyway,
man, Howard. I'm the queen. I got my gown. I cannot wait.
Well, anyway...
Boy, that's the person to tell something you're excited.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Yeah, I was mildly excited. But why I'm excited about this is that, first of all, Radio City Music Hall has such a great meaning in my life. Many times my parents would take me there. I'd see the Rockettes in a movie after we ate at Tad's, and I'd be so gassy from Tad's, but I couldn't fart in public that my gas would back up. So there were so many painful moments in Radio City Music Hall. So many wonderful memories of my father telling me to pee, but I couldn't because my penis was too small. Right there in that bathroom at Radio City Music Hall, Robin.
But wait a minute, back
so many
up.
great memories.
Yeah, but anyway,
but wait, back up for me for a second,
yes.
Because I didn't ever understand the movie and the Rockettes.
Oh, you always went around Christmas when your parents took you to Radio City Music Hall. It was a big deal. We get dressed up. They had a live show first, and then the movie.
And the Rockettes were the whole show?
The Rockettes were the main attraction.
Wow.
Look at them. They do it in unison.
Guaranteed, Howard, they're going to bring you out with Rockettes.
That's the plan. All right. So anyway,
Howard, I'm so excited.
thank you, Mary.
I love you, Howard.
I'll see you there.
I love you. All I need is Howard.
All right. Anyway, the reason I got excited about this is it's very different when you do a television show and they go live from New York as opposed to Newark.
And live from Radio City.
Radio City. It's such a legendary place. And I even said to America's Got Talent, I said, there's going to be such a run on tickets because people love to see a show. You know, and to see it at Radio City. And it's great. It's great for the city. It brings in a lot of revenue.
It's very exciting.
Very exciting, and I know it took them forever to put the deal together. And not to really, in all honesty, the guys at NBC did a beautiful job because.
Were you the holdup, Radio City? Well, Howard Stern is going to be on our marquee.
Yeah, I think they were concerned that I'd be there. I think in order to make the deal, they threw me out. But I know what a difficult deal this was to put together. And I believe it involved the governor's office. So don't ask; it's a whole thing.
Everybody got involved.
Yeah, I don't know the whole story.
I guess it is.
Where is the press
That takes
release?
up a lot of time, doesn't it? Having your set at Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It's really great. And can you imagine the fans here in New York going nuts with the tickets and the whole thing? It should be really, really great. It is one of the most historic venues in the world. And let's see what Paul said. There are a few entertainment shrines in the world that are as venerated as Radio City Music Hall. He used a lot of big words.
Venerated.
Yeah, well, that's how you get to be the head of late night.
What does that mean?
Many of them, who knows? I think that's like when you put holes in something and a lot of air goes through it.
I think that's ventilated.
Oh, right. Same difference. Many of America's greatest performers have graced this legendary stage. Now AGT will have the rare opportunity to discover greatness in this renowned venue. We're delighted. The 8th season of America's Got Talent will come from New York. Blah, blah, blah. We applaud Governor Cuomo and New York legislature for developing and advocating programs that attract investment and create jobs for New Yorkers. Said Rick Cotton, Executive Vice President, General Counsel for NBC. Let's see. Today's announcements for the proof that New York is becoming the place to be for film and television industry, Governor Cuomo said. See?
Oh, the governor's commenting.
Yeah. Well, that was my dream.
Well, let me say, I will ask something here because I'm reading now what was in the Daily News.
Thank you.
And it says that it's due to the Jimmy Fallon tax credit?
Yeah, well, I think that NBC wants to move the Tonight Show to New York.
Right.
So in order to keep him there, they created a tax benefit for NBC to keep the show in New York.
Wow.
Yeah. I hope I'm saying that right. I mean, what do I know? I mean, that's the worst kept secret, too, that Jimmy Fallon's taking over the Tonight Show. It's a done deal.
They've already made a law in New York.
Here, look. Jimmy Fallon closes NBC Tonight Show deal. Seth Meyers eyed for late night. It's already a done deal.
Where's Jay in all this?
Jay's out the fucking door.
They're not even talking about it.
Last time. If I'm Jay, I'm going to Fox.
Last time, remember, they would say, Jay will still be in the mix. Now there's no even in the mix.
Do you imagine Fox just takes Jay and then they have the #1 late night show?
Is that possible?
What? What?
Sometimes those things just don't work out.
You know what I might do? I might let Jay warm up the crowd for America's Got Talent this summer.
That would be so funny.
Hey, everybody. Hey, here comes your judge. How it's doing?
All right, when the judges come out, you're going to stand up.
Isn't that great?
Let's practice.
All right, we're going to practice now. Everyone say, you're going to Vegas. Yeah, Vegas. Everyone practice the chant.
And put up your arms like this when you want to make the judges bend an X.
That's right. If you don't like something, you can boo. That's a practice. 1, 2, 3, boo.
Anybody with a T-shirt?
Yeah. Jimmy Fallon's march to inherit the Tonight Show is nearly complete. The late-night host has closed a new deal with NBC that will pave the way for him to replace Jay Leno in the 11:35 p.m. slot. What's so great is, too, they drag it out. Jay just looks like a buffoon.
But now I didn't understand what you were talking about. So you knew all of this before Jay did that duet.
Yeah.
with Jimmy Fallon the other day. No wonder you said it made him look like a shithead.
Yeah, he's a shithead. Everything Jay does is a shithead. I'm so glad NBC's getting rid of him. Yeah, because we got to do upfronts in L.A. with I got to appear with the crew of The Voice. For something. I don't even know what it is. And I know Leno's going to be there. It's going to be fucking embarrassing.
Really?
Hopefully they'll fire his ass before I got to go do that next month.
Would he show up?
I don't know.
Why would he show up?
He could do a duet with me. Still not clear as when exactly Fallon will take over tonight. The Hollywood Reporter's source says some NBC execs want to launch Fallon's New York base tonight in February during the network's highly rated coverage of the Winter Olympics. February. Oh, okay.
February what?
Oh, February. February.
Oh.
February.
February of 2014.
But producer Lorne Michaels is said to prefer to give Fallon a little more time.
Lorne Michaels going to produce.
First of all, that's the star of late night right now. They see Lorne Michaels knows how to play it. I was just telling Gary this. The guy quietly behind the scenes now has completely wrapped up late night. He owns it. He's got the 12:30 slot he's going to produce with Seth Meyers.
Seth Meyers.
He's got the 11:30 slot with Fallon. And he's got Saturday Night Live. Completely locked up the entire franchise. And he controls the whole fucking thing. That's the way to do it. And I admire that. Keeps his mouth shut. You never hear from the guy.
Well, hasn't he had his run-ins? I mean, there was a period of time where he didn't run Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, look how well that worked out.
But he let him flounder, and then he came back, and he was the savior, I guess.
Yeah, he did it perfectly.
Jay saved, but no accolades.
Wouldn't you love if Jay took over Conan's show at TBS? Stole
That's
the show.
what he should do. Now he should start hiding in the closet at TBS meeting.
Would Conan kill him? He probably would just kill him.
You know what? Yeah. And everybody would say he had a right to.
I was watching Conan. I watched because I love Seth Rogen, and Seth Rogen was a guest. He was so good on Conan. But I taped it. Otherwise you forget about Conan.
I haven't really looked since he started that show.
It's somewhat sad when you tune in, actually. You feel bad for the guy.
You almost feel like nobody's watching but that audience he's talking to.
Yeah.
Like there's no one at home.
Yeah, I mean, he just blew out. Well, okay. What are you going to do?
It's like nobody even talks about, are you going to do Conan? No, that isn't even a question anymore.
Right. I would do Conan if I lived in LA just because I feel bad for him.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, people, are you going to do Fallon? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? Nobody says Conan.
Yeah.
Used to be the guy.
Yeah, NBC was talking to me about doing some appearances before the start of America's Got Talent. I told them I don't want to do too many. I hate those fucking appearances. I think next week I got to do the Today Show.
Yeah, you said maybe
with the whole group.
Interview?
I don't like to do group interviews. I'll be honest. I'm not such a great team player.
You know what's? How do they seat you even?
It's like Howie and I are bookends, and then the two gals
on a couch.
Yeah, and they kind of seat us the way we are as judges. Like Heidi's next to me, and then Mel B is next to Howie. It's like wherever we go, we're glued that way. And so they were like, "Hey, would you go on the Today Show and talk to Matt?" I go, "Yeah, sure." And they go, "Oh, with the whole gang." And I go, "Oh, okay."
Well, now Heidi's going to be the big attention getter because she saved her kid.
Right. It's perfect.
I'm going to talk to you. Who you saved?
I'm gonna stand there. And say,
you didn't even tell me. She also saved the nanny. She was.
Excuse
saving
me.
Everybody in Hawaii.
Are you forgetting that I'm a hero and I saved a guy from jumping off a bridge a couple of years ago?
How many years ago?
Well, I'm still playing that one. I'm actually going to go on dressed as Ann Curry. I'll be like, "Oh, hello, Matt. I'm back."
Oh, dear.
Fucking Ann Curry. Everyone acting like now they all of a sudden love her. You all hated her. Give Matt a break. He's just trying to get rid of her so fucking you people would be happy.
I think people just love to be involved.
Yeah. Like all of a sudden Matt's a bad guy because they got rid of Ann Curry. Nobody even liked her.
What's wrong with the Today Show? Nothing's wrong with it.
P.S. Matt doesn't even have the power to get rid of anybody. As much as you'd like to think. He didn't have the power to get rid of Ann Curry. That's the network's decision. You should fucking
still,
head.
they're like, you shouldn't have even talked about it.
Right.
They act like Al Roker's a saint. Al Roker never said anything?
Al Roker hates Ann Curry. Let's start that rumor. No, Al likes everyone. That's what I'm going to do. You know what? I am going to go on the Today Show, and I'll sit there and I'll let Heidi do her thing, and I'll let Mel B do their thing, and I'll let Howie do his thing. And then whatever little time is left over for me, I'm going to say I'd like to make a statement now in favor of Mr. Matt Lauer. And then the place will quiet down, and I will just say, can we be honest? Everyone hated Ann Curry. I don't know one woman who watches the Today Show who liked her. And this idea that everyone is blaming Matt, why don't you all go fuck yourselves? I mean, really, it's abhorrent to me. This is what NBC should do for Matt, but I'll do it. I'll take care of it. I'll take the hit. I'm just going to go, it's
Are you so sure that they're on board with Matt?
I don't care what they're on board with. I'm on board with Matt.
Because I've been hearing some crazy stuff about people who have already been lined up to replace Matt Lauer.
They're making a mistake. Their ratings will go way down.
Did you see that all weekend? They were talking about
sure.
The guy from CNN.
Everyone hates him. That guy from CNN. They don't know what... CNN be thrilled to get rid of Anderson Cooper. That motherfucker takes over New Year's Eve. You want to hang yourself. Anderson Cooper. Like, that's some sort of bargain.
They apparently have been in secret talks with him.
What, Anderson Cooper is better than Matt Lauer? I don't think so. No.
NBC is doing strange things to get ratings these days. Disparaging their head guys.
Anybody is good. But, hey, I'm on board with NBC. This move into radio...
Are you going to be all right?
I'm going to throw up. I'm so excited.
This is too exciting for you.
It really is. I'm thrilled. First of all, the show, the schedule is from 9 to like 11 o'clock on Tuesday night. So this way I can just go right home and go to bed.
You almost live there.
Yeah, exactly. Radio City's across from here, from this building.
I know.
I didn't know that. I know you know that.
You didn't know?
I just learned that. But look out the fucking window. Maybe I know something. Ronnie just said to me, we're right next door to Radio City. I go, no kidding.
You're across the street.
Oh, I didn't know that. I said, is there any way I can get there underground?
You're so funny. You're right in the neighborhood, and you probably said, I wonder how you get there.
Well, how do you get there?
Same way you get here.
Yeah, but I don't know how to get here either. I still don't know this address.
Oh, my
And I'm not joking.
You don't know where we are. If somebody said to you, where is your building?
I know it's the McGraw-Hill building, but I don't...
where is it?
I don't know.
What street is it on?
What I say is it's in Rockefeller Center.
And what street is it on?
I don't know. I told you I don't know.
It's on...
How would I know that?
6th Avenue.
That would mean I have to actually open my eyes when I'm in a car and look at something.
And between what and what?
I don't know. I know 6th Avenue, maybe?
Well, it's on 6th Avenue.
Oh, it's not between 6th Avenue?
Can you picture That's pretty good. That's
Is it like 47th Street?
No.
What is it? Where are we? Where are we right now? Someone tell me where we are. I should know that.
We're, you really want to know?
Yeah.
We're between 48th and 49th.
Well, I was off 1 block.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that makes a big difference because you can't even see
That's a nice building, too, though.
Yeah.
Can you picture on a map where we are?
No. I don't.
You can't picture New York.
I love not to know.
Really.
I really do. I love not to know. I don't have any idea where anything is. And I'm embarrassed by it. And I've got to get that under control. That's one of my things on my someday maybe list.
Do you think you could recognize the state of New York on a map of the United States?
I know where it is, yes.
You could recognize it and point it out?
No.
They picked out shapes.
I don't know anything.
Like not the...
I know where like Texas is because it looks like weird. It's at the bottom there. I know where Florida is. I know where New York is kind of. It's in that upper right-hand corner.
It's in a jumble of states.
It's in a jumble of bullshit.
Could you pick it out?
Yeah, I know like Vermont's there somewhere.
You said you couldn't get home. Could you really...
I think I could get home, but it would take me some time to figure it out.
He'd have a phone that he used
my Google
the
phone.
GPS
But
on.
so you wouldn't know in general what direction to walk, or?
No, I have no idea.
Wow.
If I walked out of the building right now, I'd have no idea where I was or how to get home.
I told Benji I live 2 blocks from him. He used GPS to find me. He's been there.
And you know what? I'm going to admit something even more embarrassing.
What?
When I left your apartment, I used GPS again to get home, even though I had just come 2 blocks to see you. I have no idea where anything is. I don't know how you guys do that.
That's part of what's so great about Manhattan is you can.
I know.
It's easy to get around. Yeah.
That's what I said to my wife. We don't need to live in Manhattan. It's a waste on me because I don't know where anything is.
Do you know how wide the island is?
No. So, I don't know.
It's only 2.5 miles wide.
Yeah,
at the widest.
You're telling me information I don't know.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I'm
There's a restaurant, a wonderful restaurant that's a couple of blocks from Howard. I told him I was there. He goes, "Oh, I've never been. I don't know that restaurant."
Of course not. I don't know any restaurant. I only know where Beth takes me.
You gotta start. If you start bike riding, you'll learn it.
Oh, forget bike riding.
It's very
We'd
dangerous.
Get lost, and we'd never hear from him.
Everyone I know who bike rides has been hit by a cab in Manhattan.
Fred rides a bike. He's never
Not
been
in
hit by
Manhattan,
a
I don't.
No, he doesn't.
You don't?
No,
I do not.
Well, it's
people are crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm talking
I
about
don't know
people
how people
who are.
do it. I thought Fred did it.
No, it's so dangerous.
But anyway,
remember that good-looking kid who used to work for us? That guy that every
Sussy.
chick loved? Yeah, no, not Sussy.
Not
I know.
Sussy.
He was for the TV.
From the Howard TV. He was a bike rider, big bike rider, athlete. Boom, gets hit by a cab. He has a scar now from the top of his head to the chin.
He's still better looking than all of us.
Yeah, he is.
Who's that?
Was that Gump?
No.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah.
He got slammed, and then I have another friend who she went right over the top of a cab.
Wow.
Yeah, and then she's some athlete. I mean, it's ridiculous.
They're putting out all those bike lanes, and they are confusing.
Right.
Have you noticed that?
Robin, I don't even know where we are. What would I notice?
You don't know what's going on.
I just confessed to you, I don't know how to get home from here.
There are all these bike lanes, and then they have these left turn lanes. You don't know what's going on the street anymore. Is that the bike lane? Is that the turn lane? Of course people are getting killed. Then they have these pedestrian things where people just start sitting in the middle of the street.
Right. Well, anyway, so the big news is, even though it's already in the newspaper and I was supposed to make the announcement, so that's a bit of a disappointment.
You know what? The other thing in the daily news story, it's really... I can't believe they put this in the story.
Ahead.
That part of the reason they're moving the show to Radio City Music Hall is because you complained about the commute to Newark.
Well, I did. I mean,
but that doesn't. I mean, that doesn't need to be in the story. Let it just be.
I didn't write it.
His heroic story.
Yeah.
Howard brings.
You know what?
Not that he whined.
Going to New York, going to Newark wasn't even that bad, actually. I mean, it didn't take us that long. It was like 20 minutes, on a good night. But I'm thrilled about this. This is just exciting. To me, it's exciting to walk into Radio City to do a network television show. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's just that's like you took a shot at Newark instead of this is just a great thing for New York.
Right. No, this is a slam dunk home run. Gets me totally psyched up about the show and doing it this year. Can you imagine?
And what are they going to say? Live from
New York. Hey,
or Radio City Music Hall.
Right, live from Radio City Music Hall. Everyone's excited about it. And so, especially for our fans, this summer I'll see you in Radio City Music Hall because, that'll be fun. That'll be nice.
Ronnie, I just found out that the Radio City bit is being added to the Daily Show. That's seriously why I'm here.
What about?
I just want to know if that makes things a lot easier on you.
Yes, it does. It makes life a million times easier for me and for him, for Mr. Stern. He can be home in 5 minutes. He doesn't have to worry anymore.
Given the fact that it's so close to Sirius.
Yeah.
Will you walk him over there?
No.
You're still going to drive? Won't it seem kind of silly?
What are you talking about?
Going from Sirius to Radio City. I imagine there's going to be some days where he's going to have to go from...
No, he's not.
What about a dry run?
It's at night.
What about a dress rehearsal?
It's at night. It's at night. That's another thing. Where are you coming from with this? It's at night. It's at night. It's at night.
Say that again?
It's at fucking night.
So
Get out.
What do you got there?
Get out.
What is that? All right, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Get out.
I'm leaving.
Get out.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Monday's wrap-up show, John and I talked about that Howard was in a very bad mood. A lot of you called in, had a lot of tough questions for us. I think we answered all of them. Here's what happened.
Let's start off with Steve in Jersey. Steve, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Steve.
I just know Howard. I've been listening to you, Howard, for, 20-something years. 89, I started listening. I love the guy to death. He's really getting out of touch with his fans when he gets on there, and he's just so successful, has so much money, and complains constantly about it. I mean, we love to hear about his life, but he's losing touch with a lot of his fan base, the way he does things sometimes.
Well, I mean, the reason you listen to the show is you want to hear Howard and his life, and you want to hear him complain about it and, goof with his parents and yell at people here and everything that he does. He had a tough week, and he's letting you know how he feels. And, yeah, you're saying, well, if I was on AGT and if I blah, 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 I wouldn't complain about it. Everybody complains, no matter how successful they are.
No, I know. I love the guy to death. I hate, I hear people like me call in, and sometimes I get pissed at them, but today, I don't know, it just kind of bothered me a little, and I figured I'd call you guys. I'm a pretty middle-of-the-road listener, an average guy, and it aggravates me a little sometimes.
I get that, but again, that's what you want to hear in the show. You don't want to hear Howard come on and say, hey, what a great day, everyone's in a great mood. That's just, one, it'll never happen, and two, that's not why so many people love the show. But he was being pretty hard on himself this morning, no doubt about it.
I'd also be upset if he came in and was like, there's this thing that happened, but I'm not going to talk about it, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I'd rather him say how he feels.
Yeah, better that he puts it all out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, like I said, today, I don't call too often, first-time caller, but I listen constantly, and today it got me calling. So I don't know if it's me, or if it's just him. I don't, it could be my mood today, but I just wasn't in the mood to hear it today.
All right. Well, we appreciate you calling in, Steve, and taking the time. And, yeah, I mean, Howard definitely was in one of those moods this morning. You could tell, and I don't think he really took it out on anybody here. I thought he more took it out on, whatever the subject matter was that he was discussing. And you want grumpy Howard, but sometimes, as Steve's saying, maybe you don't. So I don't know, sort of a mixed bag there.
I never want Grumpy Howard.
Well, that's because you're here. If you're a listener, Grumpy Howard sometimes is the best.
Right.
Let's go to David in New York. David, you're on the wrap-up show.
Baba Booey.
Hey, David.
Hey, I just noticed off of the Mark Wahlberg interview that Howard just seemed a little distant, and it seemed like he just wanted to get it over with,
I don't think that was the case. I know Mark was on a really tight schedule, and he had to be out by, I think, 8:15. So Howard had to do sort of a compressed interview there. I don't think his mood had anything to do with that. And I thought it was a pretty good interview because Mark will call out Howard, and Howard will call out Mark. And
that's what I was looking for, because that's what happened in the last interview. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of that. I got a lot of question and answer.
They went back and forth a little bit.
Especially at the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning. They talked about, both Howard and Robin said that Mark's going to revert back to his old ways and stuff, but he's a pretty religious guy. And Mark did say that he'll only come in if he really believes in the movie. And last time he came in with Ted, and we all know how that turned out. So, and by the way, I mean, Mark Wahlberg's a pretty smart guy. I mean, he got a piece of Ted that made over $500 million already worldwide, and he produces a bunch of different stuff. He's I really respect what he does in the entertainment industry. Puts on a lot of good shows too.
Yeah, he does. It's really good. He's really up and coming. So another thing it reminded me of was I don't know if you remember way back the old Eddie Murphy interview, like the first Eddie Murphy interview.
Yeah.
I kept thinking of that every time I was listening to the question and answer that they were having back and forth.
Well, again, I think it was more a matter of Mark being on a tight schedule versus because, I mean, Gary just came in here. I mean, he loves coming up here with Howard. I mean, they've got this respect for each other that they've had for years.
Yeah, he was just on a tight schedule today. But he listen, I give him this much credit, too, man. He always stops by whenever he's got a project, mostly, except for that one time we made fun of him. But he always comes by when he has a project. And not everybody who's supposed to be a friend does. Sometimes they skip us. He usually doesn't.
No, he was heading over, I know, to GMA and doing a couple other things today. He does always come by. So, David in Maryland, you're on the wrap-up show.
All right, the interviews are still stern, terrific, and everything, but when he just is talking and you all are backing him up, it's filled with a bunch of lies. I mean, he loves AGT, loves it. Stop complaining about it. That's not what we want to hear. You tell us he's doing what we want. What we want is the truth. Be honest. He's not honest anymore.
I can tell you. Hold on. Can I answer that? Wait
a second, Gary.
Hold on. He doesn't love it today. So today he was being honest. Maybe he'll love it tomorrow, but today he was not loving it, and he was being very honest.
He makes things up. Nobody will admit.
Dude, I was in there this morning, and John is my witness. He was not making that up.
No, he wasn't.
And, I mean, why doesn't anybody admit that Robin's a lesbian? I mean,
because
why don't you
she's
talk
not.
about the real... Oh, please.
David, that's Robin's story to tell.
But hold on, that's not even true. Robin's not a lesbian. That's the line I would use if she were. Why are you sure she is? I've been away with her. I've been to the Anne Frank house drunk with her boyfriend.
You were with Justin Bieber and her at the Anne Frank Museum?
Jesus, that's your stab at comedy, brother?
No, but I mean, come on, she's a girl lover. But we need to get back to honesty on the show, Gary.
Well, I think you want to get into is whatever you think is honesty. You want to get into your weird conspiracy theories and call them real.
No. I'm not a conspiracy person. I just want honesty.
Well, what else?
And I love you.
What else do you think David? What else do you think is missing?
I just don't think the stories are truthful. That's all. I think there's a lot of what John said. I think you say what you think the audience wants to hear. I don't think it's all honesty anymore. That's all.
When did John say that? John, what's wrong with you?
When did I say that, David?
Didn't you just say that Howard says and does what the audience wants? Didn't you just say that to the first caller?
No. Or if I did, I forgot the context of what we were talking about.
He said something about Robin being a lesbian, but not
that. No, he means the first caller.
I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the first caller.
Right.
You told the first caller that everybody's, sometimes wants to make the show what they want, but Howard's just doing what everybody wants, but he isn't anymore. I don't think
by being himself is what he was saying.
Yeah.
By talking about what's in his life.
I said, look.
But I don't think he tells the truth.
But David, are you saying that Howard got up this morning and said, "I'm in a great mood, but just to make the show more interesting, I'm going to tell everybody that I feel like shit and I did not have fun at AGT last week"?
Maybe not this morning, but I think there is a lot of that in the show, more now than there was maybe 5-6 years ago.
Okay, point well taken. I don't agree, but you get to say what you want to say, David.
Yeah, David, thanks for calling in, and you're entitled to your opinion, but Steve's right. What I was saying was Howard simply is always himself. And sometimes what I was telling the earlier caller was, do you think Howard's coming in and saying, "Hey, AGT's been wonderful. It's a great day. That's just not who he is."
Well, I think he would come in and say that if he
felt it.
If he had a particularly great time and something great happened that was worthy of saying. But yeah, he's not going to come in and say, "Oh, great time at AGT last week." And Rob will go, "What happened?" "Well, nothing really, Rob. Just a great time." That's not him.
Right. Moses in Lancaster, you're on the wrap-up show.
Oh, hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, I just wanted to say about Howard being in a bad mood and how it affects the show. I agree with Gary, but I actually like it. I dig it. Like I like when I like the fact that he's not in one mood every day. Like I'm sure it sucks to be an eyeshot if you're an employee, because you never know how your boss is going to respond to you, but as a fan, I love it. I think it's great.
Well, I think... So you go, John.
Well, I was going to say, it humanizes him.
Right.
If he came in and he did a shtick every time, eventually that would wear thin. And you want to hear Howard, good or bad mood, because he's being real about it.
Yeah, when I saw Moses' call and it says he likes it when Howard's in a bad mood, I was like, well, that would suck every day. But his point is better taken that he likes it that Howard just has moods.
Yeah,
instead of just one mood.
Exactly. like I read when I read on the internet, maybe it was Friday, and crap was going around about his case being thrown out. I said to my wife right away, I was like, oh, he's going to be good Monday morning because that sucks. You know, like it sucks for him, but for me as a listener, I thought that's going to be pretty entertaining to listen to.
And that was a weird thing, too, because I spoke to Howard on Friday and Saturday about some business stuff, and it's I really was unsure whether to bring it up, so I just decided not to. What would you have done, John? Would you have started a conversation by, hey, sorry about the lawsuit?
No.
Right, I just didn't bring it up at all.
No, I think that was the right move.
And I wanted to give him my support, but like, what is my support going to do? It's not going to change the ruling. And why bring up, it's like, what are you supposed to say? Like 6 months later, sorry, your mother died? Like, you don't want to bring it up.
Yeah, that's a situation where if he brings it up, fine.
Yes.
But you're not going to be the one who prompts that conversation.
Right.
So I think you made the right choice.
What's up, guys? It's Teddy. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we were in Studio 2, and I may have revealed something that happened between High Pitch Mike and I at a Christmas party. But a little later on, Ronnie came in to defend his grammar on Twitter, which turned out to be a really funny segment. Check it out.
High Pitch Mike confessing that he's kissed not one, but two guys here from work. One well-known, one not well-known, I think the description was. And they're both on the radio side, which eliminated Scott DePace. And there was some speculation as to who it might be. But I don't know. I mean, was this reported on, Teddy? Are you aware of this?
I think so. I could have sworn this has been on the air before.
But regardless of that, do we want to educate the crowd here? You want to let them know who one of those people actually might be?
Of course, it was me.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing kissing High Pitch Mike?
I'm the less known one, though.
Oh, you are?
What are you? The more known one is Will Murray.
What are you doing making out with High Pitch Mike?
I didn't make out with him. I pecked him on the lips, very, very closed-mouthed, drunk at like 3 Christmas parties ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a laugh, like as Richard would call it, a goof.
You were having a laugh?
I was having a goof. I was getting goofy. I grabbed him I slapped him hard on the cheeks and pulled him in and said, "Come here, I love you." Mwah. And that's it. And that turned into the gayest moment on the Howard Stern show.
So I don't know if it's that, but so Mike didn't come on to you in any way. This was all you were doing.
No, I mean, I knew it would literally, make his face turn red. And, it was just a moment we had. It was funny. It was a goof. The following year, the person who's lesser known tried to one-up me and kissed him longer, harder, grosser.
Oh, I didn't know this was an annual holiday party ritual.
It looked like it was turning into that. It looked like it was going down that road. But then nothing happened the last 2 years.
You're saying Will is less known than you are, Teddy? Is that what you're claiming?
Fuck you. No, it was a ploy to get him down here.
Oh, well,
no. Like I said, the other guy nobody really knows, but he tried to one-up me the next year and really gave it to him and kissed him hard and I think multiple times and all this stuff. Like I said, what I did, I grabbed him like that on the lips.
So nothing gay about it. Just
no, it's not gay.
You're taking the Richard Christie defense.
I'm taking the Will Ferrell made out with Sacha Baron Cohen with like tongue at the MTV Movie Awards, but that's not gay.
He jerked him off a little bit too. Don't like that.
Well, what do you think?
I never made out with Mike, High Pitch Mike. I never kissed him.
Why do you say
never
it like
kissed
that?
him?
Like I know
Why do you say
it's so
it like
defensive.
that?
What do you mean?
You're like angry about it. I mean,
yeah, he accused me of kissing a guy. I didn't kiss a guy. What, are you okay with that?
It wasn't a sexual kiss.
Bullshit.
Oh, what?
I saw his little tent in his pants.
Well, that's his deal. Believe me, there was no tent in my pants.
Do you think there's some hidden gay issues with Teddy here? Do you think that deep down this is where he wants to be and what he wants to
joke
do?
Now.
No, he's got way better taste than that, at least.
You.
Ooh, High Pitch Mike taking the blow. But
he'd love to.
So was this a huge deal, or
no?
Did it,
I think Artie, was disgusted out of his mind. I think it came up with him on the air, but
he's either disgusted or high.
Look, the point is, no, I don't know. Mike loves to just bring it up over and over and over again.
Why is that?
Well, he likes.
He beats off to it.
Yeah, it's probably in his spank bank.
Did he come back to you afterwards or down the road and say, "Hey, Teddy"?
No, but he would joke. He would always joke like, "Oh,
But was he joking?
This Christmas
Teddy?
party, do we get to make out again?" And
was he joking though?
Look, who cares?
He had a weird move at the Christmas party. He would wait till everybody got drunk, and then he would try and kiss them.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, that was his move. Early on. Now I don't stay at the Christmas parties long enough to find out. But early on, he would get hammered or wait till people were really drunk and then try and kiss them.
Has that always been your MO, Teddy?
What? Not me.
No, he
Mike.
was a
He's
victim.
talking about Mike.
I know.
No, look. Let's not. Mike's not a sexual predator by any means either. I mean, he's just. Like
I
said,
always thought it was a weird move that you'd
No.
wait till the guys get drunk and then you'd try and kiss them. I thought that was kind of.
Well, the other thing that Robin
Strange.
threw out there during this conversation was, 10% of the population is gay. So clearly there are people here who may be gay and have not come out yet or haven't gotten in touch with that side of them. But you're not one of them, Teddy.
No.
I'm just confirming that for the audience.
No, I'm good.
Well, what do we have? We have.
I like the. I'm a fan of the gash, John.
Nice to put it that way. Classy guy.
Mhm.
Two gay guys I can count.
Who are out.
Right. Openly.
Remember, Mike wasn't out when we first
And
came
we have,
here.
a crew of, like 70 people?
So 7 people are gay.
Right. So Jason has to come out yet.
That's one.
Jason.
Who else?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Married with a kid.
Me.
asshole.
Everybody.
The other kissing victim I wouldn't be surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, we might have to talk to him. We're also going to get a visit from Ronnie Mund, who took a little flack over his mustache, but that all started from his tweet about Boston, which was very heartfelt, but said that, I think it was must of instead of must have. But maybe he was just saving space on Twitter.
No, he's an idiot.
Why do you say that?
Because I saw the tweet and it irritated me.
Why?
Like he's somehow speaking for the show, and then I just see how awful his grammar is. Because when you talk, you say, "Oh, must have been something," but if you actually know grammar, you know it's must have. It just sounds like must have, but he's retarded. He doesn't know.
Well, I don't know if that's pretty strong, but I mean, maybe Ronnie.
You think he knew how to really spell it or how it was grammatically correct?
No, but I've read his tweets, and a lot of times, you're not.
It's embarrassing. He should not write.
I don't think you're going to Ronnie's tweets for grammar. You're going for the humor in what he puts out
pictures
there.
of mediocre girls. That's the other reason.
Well, I'm not saying that, but I am. The way he words stuff and how he truncates his text.
Decent chick of the week.
Mediocre chick.
Yeah,
it's an angry wrap-up
chick
show.
I might have sex with of the week.
But later on, Ronnie went in to talk about his Cougar Town performance, which we talked a little bit here yesterday, and said he doesn't care what people think. He doesn't care, and to me, that's always his defense mechanism when he does care what people think. And I know he went in with a good attitude, and I thought he did a very fine job considering his skill set. But I think that he wants to parlay that into something more, maybe get asked back to Cougar Town. And let's face it, almost 2 million people saw him do that episode, and good for him. But when he says, "I don't care," he cares.
He cares a lot, yeah. He's doing his act, that whole Ronnie thing that's hilarious.
Ronnie also accused Fred of, and he said, Howard's only reading the bad ones. He's not reading the good ones regarding the feed. Do you think that that's possible, that Fred perhaps tucked away the good Ronnie emails about his Cougar Town performance, or do you think Ronnie?
Did you watch it? Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
And what do you think? Were we hiding all the glowing reviews?
I think Ronnie might have been a little delusional there. I don't think Fred was hiding emails at all. Now, Howard can also dwell on negative stuff instead of positive stuff to get a rise out of Ronnie. That's part of his goal sometimes.
That's true.
So I want to know from Ronnie when he gets here if he thought he did a good job, number one. And number two, if all the mustache comments get to him. The Yosemite Sam, the Lorax picture was up there for a while today. I wonder if he's keeping the mustache because out of just pure defiance, or he
I was
really
surprised
thinks
he
it
didn't know
looks
what
good.
a Lorax was. I mean, he is a grandfather, He's got lots of grandkids, so...
He speaks from the trees.
Don't they watch these shows?
I guess, but I wonder if that's like sort of become Ronnie's trademark now, and he won't shave it because he's known for that. You know what I mean?
Mustaches and angry, ranting, yelling.
James, you're on the wrap-up show.
Nah, man, I just want to know why Will's so fucking angry today, bro. He seems like, first of all, the whole gay issue, I think Will is the biggest closet queen. I don't give a fuck if he's married or he's got a kid or not. But the thing also with Ronnie's text, like, who fucking critiques someone's grammar when they're texting?
Yeah.
I do.
Why all the anger from Ronnie?
I don't have the anger. I just think it's embarrassing when you write shit on Twitter and you literally don't know how to speak the English language.
Yeah, but like you brought up must have instead of must have. But
Yeah.
must have is, but that's it's an abbreviation.
No.
It's apostrophe VE. Yeah.
It was must of. Must of. That's what was written.
Must of. Oh,
Yeah,
he,
Oh, that. Well, I didn't know that it was OF. But even that, it's just like kind of. That's
It's
just
stupid.
It's stupid. It's just an abbreviation. But
You can just always say everything's lazy, who cares? But at some point, have a little fucking pride in the English language.
It's not an abbreviation. It's a misinterpretation. It's a huge difference. Ronnie doesn't know. If Ronnie walked in here and said, "Oh, I'm abbreviating must have," but he doesn't know he is. He thinks that's the word.
So does Richard Christie's grammar drive you crazy?
Why? Is this really bad or something?
It's
I'm
poor.
serious. I don't know. I've never really noticed him.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like Ronnie gets under your skin for some reason.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. He had all these kind of hero tweets today that was like, it was just bothering me for some reason.
All right.
We feel for you, Boston.
All right.
What?
Let's take a break.
What do you mean all his hero tweets? I put one tweet out.
No, it was like 4 of
Oh,
them.
bullshit, man. Worry about your own fucking
We can
Twitter
count them if
account.
you want. I think it was
Okay?
4.
Don't worry about mine. It wasn't for me. You wouldn't have
Go
your
find a
Twitter
dictionary,
followers.
you dope.
Remember
For
who got
you?
your-
Hold on.
Yeah.
How do you
Remember
have
who
Twitter
got-
followers?
Remember who got all
Because
your
of Howard.
followers in the beginning?
Dude, you are no hero around here. Everyone has their Twitter
Oh, you're
followers
such
because
a
of Howard.
bullshit artist, Will.
You are
know
not
that?
giving anybody their Twitter
Yeah,
followers.
Oh, do me a favor, man. Could you tweet out my shit when you get it? Blah, blah, blah. I just
When
opened
have
a
I
new
ever
account.
said that?
When you opened your account, you
No, I
fucking
didn't.
liar.
No, I
You're
didn't.
so full of shit.
So you're saying you tweeted multiple times about Boston or once?
I never said that.
So
when did
tell
I
me.
say that?
Tell me.
I put one tweet out about it.
Now, I guess Will and Howard picked up on it because you said must have instead of must have.
whatever, dude.
Do
Come
you,
on,
do you
give me a
consider
break.
when you're tweeting? Do you consider your grammar, or do you just throw up whatever is
I
on
throw
your
up
mind?
whatever I feel like throwing up, okay? And if I got to throw up, I'll throw up.
Now, Will was saying that it's you representing the show, so for you using poor grammar,
Oh,
it's
stop it. Will you please?
You don't think there's a point there?
Well, say what's on your mind, because you're just.
I'm saying it.
But
It's ridiculous.
But why?
What? Because I made a grammar mistake, so I shouldn't tweet anymore because it's part of the show? We're going to go down that road now, too? I can't talk about that?
Nobody's saying you shouldn't tweet. It's just saying that you're making grammatical errors. And I don't even think anybody's saying that you should be more educated. I think just pointing it out because we all goof on each other. I don't think anybody expects you to go.
I don't really
read
care, Gary. It
something-
doesn't bother me. They can make
I know
fun
it
of me. I
doesn't.
don't give a shit.
Well, the thing that seemed to
At least I do my own tweets, unlike other people.
Well, what are you saying? Some people have like
there's people that do tweets for people,
celebrities, not nobody here.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying.
Have you been approached by that? Like, have people offered to do your tweets?
No.
Have you been approached by anybody to for any sort of an endorsement deal? Like, if you tweet this, I'll pay you.
Kind of, yeah.
And you turned it down?
Yeah, I didn't want to do it.
Why?
I can't talk about it.
Okay. The thing that you said this doesn't bother you, but the thing that did seem to get under your skin today was you said Howard was reading only the negative emails about your Cougar Town appearance, and you said, "Do you think Fred is editing out the positive ones that come in?"
Editing them out. They just didn't read them because there was like 20-1 on Twitter about them.
What do you mean? You mean most people supported you?
Yeah, exactly. So you can't tell me in the emails there wasn't one positive email.
Well, that's what Fred and Howard were saying.
Fine, that's what they say. Okay, that's not what I'm saying.
How important is Twitter to you?
Oh, here we go. You know, we've gone through this already.
I know, but things have
right
changed.
now. It's very important to me. Okay.
You take pride in your tweeting?
It's very important to me.
Clearly not.
No,
it's very important to me
because
I need social media now a lot.
Is that sarcasm? It's very hard to tell with you.
No, I'm being honest.
So you'll close down your Twitter today?
No, I need social media. I'm using it.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you think you did a good job on Cougar Town?
It's okay.
What do you
It was
mean?
all right to play being a drag queen. Yeah.
When
Thought
you
it was awesome.
When you saw it back, were you proud of what you did, or were you like critiquing yourself? Because some people can't watch themselves on TV.
I didn't want to watch it, to be honest with you, but I did. I watched it like 3 days later.
Why didn't you want to watch it?
First of all, I was too busy, number one. And number two, I'm not crazy about watching myself on TV.
Even dressed in drag like you were? Because, I mean, for some of the episode you were. The other part you weren't. You were you.
Yeah, well, I was me. Kind of.
Holding that dog.
Right. I had the dog all day.
And you also took flack for your mustache. Again.
What'd you call it again? That whole thing? What do you call it?
My centerpiece?
Centerpiece. I like that.
Your centerpiece.
My
I
centerpiece.
apologize.
Not a centipede.
But you've heard it before, the Yosemite Sam, the Lorax.
Yeah, I've
all
heard
those.
it all. I've seen it in pictures. I've seen it all, dude.
Have you
Colonel Mustard, Colonel Liz, Colonel Sanders.
But have you reached the point where you're going to keep it because so many people
No,
are
I
ragging
like
on
it. I'm leaving it. I got a lot of compliments over the weekend about it.
Ronnie,
from girls.
Have I ever known
Just
you?
like his acting.
Right.
Have I ever known you
Exactly,
without a
Will.
mustache? Have you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what you look like without a mustache.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when it was.
Was it a
but-
short time?
Yeah, when's the last time?
Yeah, it was a real short time. I hated it.
I don't remember it.
Yeah. it
You've
was a
been
short
clean since I've known you in the last 12 years. At one point, I don't think you had a mustache.
What's that?
I think at one point when since I've been here, you didn't have a mustache.
Yeah, I did.
No, I don't think the whole time.
No, not the whole time. For a very short period, I cut it off. I think everything.
Why? Just
because
to
I was looking. I forgot what these I saw some pictures the other day.
You wanted to look younger, like 60.
I saw some pictures the other day, and it was from K-Rock.
Is the centerpiece thing or just the whole facial hair thing? Is it thought out, or is it something like as you start growing it, you're like, this?
No, it
let me
was-
try this. Let me try that. Or
it
did
was
you go
thought
for
out
this?
because I'll show you my driver's license picture. It's got the same picture from 12 years ago. Except I had a mullet then.
Well, that completes the set. You have the center. You have the
But
centerpiece.
I didn't have the
and the
centerpiece then. I only had the mustache, without the centerpiece.
But you do. I mean, you take care of yourself. You next to Sal, I think you spend the most time getting yourself ready in the morning, right?
He's a groomer.
No, I don't.
I mean that is a compliment. You look. You're well put together.
I don't do it. I don't do it in the morning, man. I do it the night before or whatever, and
Right, you do it.
Yeah.
Some people don't do it at all. There's some people here that. Well, how many times a month do you work on that beard?
Twice, I try and shave it down just so
Right, like
it's not a
like-
total embarrassment.
Like Will's got a beard, but it's like it's not a
It's a mess.
nightly occurrence.
No,
Ronnie, you think that Will picks on you or takes out some anger on you for
yeah,
some
well,
reason?
we both do it to each other, so it's pretty equal.
Yeah,
that's your thing.
Yeah, but we get along.
Do you?
I
Because
don't-
it seems
I'm not-
there seems
I-
to
Oh,
be
please.
some.
I love Ronnie.
You love him?
Just
No,
take a little
Will's
pride in the
great.
tweeting. You know what I mean? He's a big tweeter. He's got a lot of he's got a lot of
Well,
followers.
yeah, thanks to me, you got a lot of new followers.
Jay in Pittsburgh, you're on the wrap-up show.
Well, remember when you said to me one morning when I came in, "Gee, Ronnie, I just opened up an account. Maybe could you help me get some tweets?
Did you
followers?
I
Did
don't
you make
remem-
a
I don't
plea to
remember.
Ronnie
I
for
did.
Twitter
And-
followers?
and
And what happened that morning? Come on, Will, be honest.
I got like 6 new followers,
he's
dude. It
such
was
a li-
awesome.
He's such a liar, man. He really is lying.
Was Ronnie the first person you thought of going to help build your Twitter following?
Come on, tell the truth for once.
I don't remember the history of my Twitter.
Yeah, he's so full of shit.
I don't.
He's such a liar.
I remember that you tweeted. You said, "Hey, follow me," and I said, "Oh, thank you. That was very nice, of you, Ronnie."
Who cares more about Twitter, Ronnie or JD?
I don't know. They're equally sad.
But they're equally different.
How so?
JD cares about Twitter for getting laid, and Ronnie cares about Twitter for ego.
I think there's some ego with JD too. He prides himself on what he does on Twitter. You agree?
Yeah, I do.
You think you care more or JD cares more?
I use Twitter a lot now, man. I need it.
Like a
I
heroin,
have my, I
like
have
a
so-
heroin addict.
I actually have a social media person now, so you know.
What is that? Whoa.
What?
What does a social media person
Handles
do?
all my social media, puts stuff out for me when I can't do it.
How do they do that if you're tweeting yourself? You said nobody tweets for you.
Well, when I'm doing certain things, I can't do it.
And how much?
So,
How much are you paying Stephanie for that?
she's allowed to live in my house.
Right,
So
room and board.
but she's your social media
Yeah,
person. right?
Stephanie is. Stephanie does certain things now with us certain people. That she does live things for us on Facebook and Twitter.
Is it hard mixing work with fun with Stephanie? Like sometimes
No, she's great, man. She does a great job. She's been really doing an awesome job.
Because I'm not kidding. A lot of
she's into computers.
Yeah.
And she's into all that kind of stuff. And she could build a computer from scratch.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Her specialties are retweets and fingers in the ass.
Well, hey, it works.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we started with a conversation about Beth dropping by and saying hi to Howard, and she revealed who she would bang on the staff and who the least likely person was. And that led to a conversation with JD, and we talked about JD, what he's up to, and if there are any kids or family in his future. Good stuff. Check it out.
Benji Brock joining us, and JD stopped by. Always happy to see him here.
Oh, really?
Tell Teddy, did we not give JD a compliment before he came in the room?
Yeah,
What
I
was
was
that?
waiting. You were here actually too late. In fact, I thought I was waiting for you to come running down.
I'm sorry. I was.
No need to apologize. We're happy to have you now.
now John Hines being nice. Off there, he's a much different John Hines.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Beth came by this morning and she plugged her new show, but she also said Howard is talking. She's worried about the LA trip because Howard's almost talking himself into being sick. Have you seen this before, Gary?
Many times.
And what do you do? What do you say?
No, you stand back. You can't make him feel any better. You can't tell him what to do. You can't really suggest stuff. I'm surprised he did the Zycam thing because I've suggested things in the past. He's like, it doesn't work because he doesn't like to try outside stuff. But Robin sort of hit it on the head. When he's feeling pressured or overworked, he gets himself sick. I can point to almost every time we've ever done a remote broadcast, he's sick right before it, and the first 10 minutes of it is awful. And then I'm always amazed by how sick he is to start a broadcast and how unsick he gets as the broadcast goes on.
Well, he's spoken before
about. Everyone's like saying it's in his head. It's in his, whatever the cause is. He seems so sick.
Yes.
today.
Yeah, he definitely did. What I was going to say though is that he's lost his voice before he's told that story about before doing NBC before. So it's happened before, and your mind can play games with you.
I think it's more than just mind games though.
I agree. There's something going around here too.
But Howard doesn't think. That's the whole thing. Maybe he's changed his school of thought. He doesn't think that. He thinks that getting sick is in your mind. That if you're healthy, that you can fight off germs. He used to be like, well, and by the way, whenever he got sick, someone got him sick.
Right.
Because,
that's everyone.
No, but he had a specific. He could usually point to like, it could have been like you were sniffling.
I know.
Two weeks ago.
I've never would admit to a cold around here.
Right.
You never, especially before Howard gets a cold.
Oh, because you're public enemy number one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For weeks.
But I do find it interesting that there's always somebody to blame for his illness when that happens, and that you just try to, that's why if I'm sick, on the rare instance that I'm sick, I don't even go in the studio. I'll send somebody else in.
Were you flattered that you won the Who Would My Wife Bang game with Beth?
And that's a perfect word. I was flattered. I have no illusions that Beth wants to bang me. I said I was more flattered when she said somebody I really like and somebody I really respect. That was much more
pull her
flattered.
aside and talk to her privately at all afterwards?
I did not pull her aside.
Was Howard feeling weird after the segment was over and you were talking to Beth a little bit?
He's just goofy. He knows. She made it really clear right up front. What she really said was, listen, I don't want to really sleep with anybody in your staff, but you put a gun to my head, and here's who I pick. But I still appreciate it.
Any surprise at who she picked as the least likely to?
I was a little surprised. I forgot that Sal was a dick to her.
Really?
Yeah, I sort of forgot.
So who did you think she would have picked?
I was thinking she might go with Benji. Just because he seems to be the go-to guy, not because I have anything against Benji.
Oh.
Were you thinking that you'd be that guy, Benji?
I thought it was possible. It's you know what? I thought it was.
Did you think it was possible that you could be the other guy?
Yeah.
That's what's great about guys. I know exactly what you mean. I thought I could be either guy.
How about you, JD? Were you in contention for either spot? Did you think when Beth, I know you talked to Beth a little bit. And...
I mean, a little bit. I thought I might be the one, she wouldn't want, just because we haven't had many conversations or anything.
Actually, I could have seen, thinking about it now, I could have really seen Beth picking JD as the one to sleep with.
Why?
Because
she I think
she knows what I got going on.
Yeah, she knows what he has going on.
Well, at the end of the show
and
today,
I think she would love.
I
think it's just as a choice. It's really hard to say how she's judging, how a woman's judging, but I think she would like to make him feel good.
Yeah. By the way, sometimes I forget why I make these decisions. I know that why I thought she might pick you, because we all went out to dinner one night, and Benji was.
She said she'd pick him.
No, and Benji was.
we all ended up in bed.
No, why she would pick Benji is the worst one, because we all went out to dinner one night, and Benji was telling some really crazy, explicit sex stories, and that's where I'll leave it. But I think that every woman at the table was really grossed out.
I was too.
What did you think of that either-or game that they said they play all the time at night?
You never play that game?
I have, but yeah.
Not every night. I mean, I'm probably going through a phase, but that's a fun game.
I'm afraid I was one of the people brought up in the vile category.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who was the person.
Yeah, I thought that could be me too.
I think I know who it is, by the way.
Oh, you do know who it is?
I think I do.
Do we all know him?
She sort of insinuated it.
No, would the audience know him?
Let's not say. Well, we won't say who it is.
I don't know if the audience would know him, and it's just a guess in my head.
I think your guess is correct. I'm reading your mind, Gary. I think your guess is correct. But you thought that you were the vile guy that they were talking about?
I thought it could be one of them, but that's just me and myself.
Does his name have syllables in it?
Yes. Matt, you're on the wrap-up show.
No, it's Tom Jones.
Hey, now.
Oh, the singer.
I don't mean to pile on JD. I just called in Howard, but JD, I think you're doing better with girls than you lead on. Because, I mean, I was seeing the girls that were talking to you and would have done anything with you. I think you're fucking constantly, and you're just not telling anyone.
Well, I mean, listen, there is more. There might be more interest that I let on, because I do talk to the girls here and there, but I'm certainly not really doing a lot of fucking actual, so. Tell you.
I got a question for you. I mean, you're not. I don't think you're in the weird zone yet at all. But do you ever start to think that you might never find a stable relationship, might not ever get married?
No.
So you still think there's someone out there for you?
Do you want to get married?
I think there is too, but I don't know if you want to. That's the thing.
It's just not something on my mind at this moment. I'm barely. I have here and there moments where it's like, man, I wish I had a girlfriend.
Have you considered the priesthood?
Huh? But
why do you wish you had a girlfriend? Like, what do you think that would bring you?
No, I mean, I'm just saying, it's not here. I like my freedom as it is now, but sometimes, I'm watching something and it'd be nice to be watching something with someone else. Being able to go out and do something, stuff like that.
How old are you again? You're 33? 33.
Yeah.
So when do you think how old do you think you get to be if, what I call the weird zone, the Ganges zone? But how old do you think you have to be if you haven't been in a relationship and have nothing on the horizon? When does it get strange? At what age?
It'll get strange maybe once this contract runs out, because then I don't know what's going to happen after this show. I don't know where I'll be.
You'd still be 35.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'll have the, I don't know if the show ends and I move on doing something else. I don't know what that something else necessarily would be, and I don't know if I would have that public, whatever public knownness that I have.
So do you think the show is enabling you in a sense that you can sort of have whatever freedom you want, that you don't have to settle down because of your minor celebrity?
No, I don't know about enabling. It's just it allows it gets more girls to know who I am, and
So do you think if you
because without this, I don't know where I would be right now with girls.
If you were a writer or a segment producer on, say, a Lifetime TV show, do you think you'd have more of a reason to try and settle down?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know, because I'm not in that position. I don't know what the deal. What
are you looking into, like a Lifetime project?
Yeah, could they hire a worse person than JD for their channel?
You and
I can write for Lifetime.
I actually thought of that because I was in the studio the other day. Brooke Shields was here promoting Army Wives, which I think is on Lifetime.
Yeah,
or one of the
getting
channels.
into the married woman's mind.
I could try that.
Gary, you don't feel that JD has entered the Ganges zone, do you?
No, but the one thing that does worry me about him is that as long as I've known him, he's never had a relationship. That's the only
you know what? That's what worries me too.
That's the only part of it that's weird. Being 33 and not
what about
married.
That fifth grade, that Asian girl.
But if you look at what JD does and his schedule and both,
we've all had the schedule. But the thing is, it's one thing to not have.
But he's coming in at different hours that we are. I mean, I guess you can make it work, but I think it's very difficult for him to do that.
But he's never even been close since I've known him. He's never even been close to anything that you would call.
There have been a couple of times. You might not know about it, but there have been a couple.
Well,
but they were very short, and whatever.
Do you have any desire? Have you thought of it like I want kids or I don't want kids?
It's not something I think about right now.
At all? Like you don't?
So great if you adopted a kid.
No,
at some time in your life,
if you saw, I can barely take care of myself. I can't take care of a kid.
At some time in your life, though, you don't see yourself having a kid. Do you want to have a kid?
Maybe.
Be a proud dad. You don't see it.
I don't see it at the moment. No.
Do you think you'd feel bad if you don't have one?
I don't know. No. I don't know.
I have a story, Howard, if you care.
Yeah, about him?
Yeah. We were doing live from Grammys Week. This is years ago. He must have been 17 or 18 years old. We were at the Nico Hotel.
Right.
So I go out to a Grammys party. I am fucking hammered. It's 3:30 in the morning.
Right.
So I go to put my fucking key in the door, and the door next to me opens, and it's him and like 20 of his friends. And in my recollection, he was wearing a basketball jersey. I think it was like a Michael Jordan jersey and everything. And I remember, he was just Marky Mark at the time.
Right.
And I looked at him and I go, it's like 3:30. I go, dude, you just going out now? And he goes, yo, I got to go check out the girlies. And he made the fucking fingers and everything.
I don't know if this is in the notes, but
somewhere somebody's sick of fucking.
Because his brother's in the news right now, because the New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
I think he said that the first woman he had sex with, a lot of the brothers had sex with.
Donnie Wahlberg you're talking about?
The one that's in the New Kids on the Block. I don't think that's in your notes, because I think I just read it. I didn't remember. Yeah.
Who did he have sex with?
So like,
He said all the brothers had
sex with the same girl in the neighborhood or something.
In the what? On the internet?
In the
neighborhood.
All the brothers. I was reading about Donnie Wahlberg. I just couldn't remember if I read it here or somewhere else.
He's saying all the Wahlberg brothers had sex with the same chick.
Right.
Like whoever he lost it to.
Donnie, you gotta fuck her. She's hot. She's hot.
Hot.
Mark Wahlberg is in a new movie called Pain and Gain, opening up Friday, April. Hey, look at you. Big movie star.
What happened to his hand?
What happened to your hand?
Miami.
You what?
I got bit by something horrible in Miami.
Are you serious?
Yeah, at the premiere party.
You look miserable.
Oh, I'm down and out. But
Me
I'm okay.
too.
I'll be back.
What the hell? Seriously?
It looked like it took your hand off. What the heck happened?
This is just ice.
What
Ice-
happened?
ice
Tell me what happened. And you're looking super pumped up, dude.
I'm getting
You
you
got
pumped
guns,
up
yeah.
So I sat down at the party for the premiere and I put my hand on the table and something stung the crap out of me. And I looked,
outdoor party in Miami?
Outdoor party in Miami, and there was a stinger about that long in my hand. And the next day, my pinky ballooned up. And then I saw a doctor, and he prescribed some antibiotics. And then the next day, it really ballooned, my whole hand, and the swelling kept going. So he said he drew a line around the swelling. He said if it goes any further, you got to go to the emergency room and all this nonsense. So
have you been to an emergency room?
No, it actually went down. I've been icing it like crazy and taking these horrible antibiotics.
You got to take an antihistamine and make that thing go down.
You know what? Everybody had a remedy. They had
they
these
did.
creams. I was talking to people from the Hollywood Foreign Press, and they had this cream from Germany that's supposed to make the swelling go down. And I took some Benadryl, and
But Benadryl should have done it.
Isn't life annoying?
It is.
It fucking
Well,
is.
what would
And
you
I was supposed to
prefer?
play golf yesterday, and it was affecting my golf game.
And you know what else? You've got it good. And it's still annoying. Imagine, if you didn't have it so good. If you were still stuck back in your old town with your old friends and,
And had the life
Locked
that
up.
you were supposed to have.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
You're a good man.
How are you, buddy?
Hey, I'm pretty good. What's
Good to see
happening?
you.
So, new movie, huh?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah?
It's good. That's why I came here.
Let me understand
So it
what's
doesn't
going
suck.
on. The movie is you and The Rock.
Uh-huh.
Can you believe
I've
this guy?
seen the previews for this. I'm interested in this.
I never thought The Rock's career would amount to much, but the dude is like on fire, right?
He's having a great run, and more importantly, he's fantastic in this movie.
And the movie
He's
is
like you've never seen him.
It's based on a true story, right? It's
based on a true story of these outrageous bodybuilders down in Miami that were trying to pursue the American dream and went about it the wrong way, and they went about taking advantage of this guy, and it just went south. And instead of them just kind of walking away, they just always thought they could fix it. They really felt like they were invincible. Steroids is a bad thing.
So it's two bodybuilders. They're sort of loserish.
Three
of them.
Anthony Mackie as well.
Okay. And in order to play this role, it's you got to beef up, right?
Yeah.
Because you're a bodybuilder.
Yep.
And these bodybuilders all take juice. They all take steroids.
Yes.
And they get crazy, and then they go on a robbery spree and all kinds, and take advantage of people.
Yeah.
So how big? How much muscle did you put on for this? Because you
I
look
put
like
on
you're
over 40 pounds. But what happened was I'm usually like 185, 90. This is where I'm normally at right now.
Right.
But I had to get down to 165. Well, I just got as light as I could. I got to 165 for Broken City.
Right.
And then I got up to all the way up to 212 for this movie.
Now, how do you gain 40 pounds of muscle without doing, getting jacked up on juice anyway?
By eating a lot. I was eating 10 to 12 meals a day, and I was taking a lot of mass gainer. I was actually developing my line of protein powders and supplements that we talked about last time I was here.
But how do you not get fat? Like, how do you not get a roll around your stomach?
Well,
if you're doing that?
I got thick all around. I wasn't ripped.
Right.
But, bodybuilders, what they do is they'll work out, and then they'll try to get as big as possible. And then if they're going to do a show, then they'll start, losing
Chiseling.
water weight and cutting up. Exactly.
Are you the producer of this movie?
I am not.
You are not. You're hired help, right?
Yep. Actor for hire.
Actor for hire. Who's the director?
Michael Bay.
And Michael Bay directs you. Can he at this point tell you what to do, or are you like, hey, douchebag, I've made enough movies now, you can't tell me anything?
You know what? Michael's a fantastic guy and a fantastic director, and he had a real great take on the part, but he also let me bring a lot to the part. Now, we're playing real guys, but they're not that well known that, people know exactly what they look like, how they talk, all that. So I was able to bring my own thing to the character.
And you chose an unusual voice for your character, and you got shit from who? From Michael Bay or from the other fellow actors? They were saying that your voice was too weird for the part?
No, I was trying all kinds of different accents. When we first take this guy, I had been training him for a while, so I wanted to disguise my voice.
Right.
And so I was trying all these different voices. At one time I was talking like this, and the other time, and then I said, okay, let me do a Spanish accent. It's Miami,
Right.
So I started to talk like this, and I was talking, and they didn't know I was doing an accent.
I see.
Until we started shooting the scene.
What is the voice you settled on for this character?
The one that talk like this.
So through the movie you're done.
I was talking like this. Not the whole movie, only when I take this guy.
Right.
And then he realized, when he discovers that it's me, not because of my voice, but because of something else that he found very annoying about me when I was training him in the gym.
Right.
So then all bets are off. When he knows who we are, then it gets ugly, and I decide, you know what, we're still going to go through with this. We're still going to get away with it. And I just start making one poor decision after another. I'm the kind of ringleader of this crew.
I see.
And they do whatever I tell them to do.
And when the last time you were here, I think you were promoting Ted.
Ted, man,
Yes.
I was just going to say,
I told
we
you, I
haven't
come
seen
when the
you
good
since
ones are
then.
coming out.
Yeah.
dude.
And Ted was great.
I come in
Congratulations.
to promote the hits.
Yeah, Ted was a great movie. I loved it. I didn't know if you were full of shit or not. Everyone comes in and
You
tells me
gotta,
the movie,
right, of course.
Exactly.
Now, when you were on the Academy Awards, you walk out with Ted, and this looked to me like a fun moment. Seth MacFarlane was the host. He was the director of Ted. And you walk out. Someone told me that it took 6 months to record 1 minute of Ted walking out on the Academy Awards with you.
No,
Is that correct?
No. We filmed it like a month before.
Right.
But they had already had the technology down after making the movie.
Oh.
But no, we just filmed it a month before because I was working and Seth obviously was doing a bunch of stuff. But it took a couple of hours. We'd film it. Seth would do the lines, the Ted lines, and I would do my lines.
Would you say that this is something you would never do again because it's tedious to work in a cartoon type character, right? It's difficult.
It was, but it was also a lot of fun. Seth makes it a lot of fun. He's a very cool guy to be around. And
is there a sequel coming up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there is.
It's the largest grossing R-rated movie worldwide ever.
How much money did it gross?
It's $550 already.
$550 million.
Yes.
You realize that's $500 million?
A little bit more than $500 million, yes.
Was there merchandising, or because the movie was R-rated, parents are hesitant?
Oh, yeah, the bear. They sell the actual bear. So you have the rated R version or the PG-13 version of the bear, and you squeeze the hand, and it says all kinds of crazy shit.
So $550 million. Did you see action on this? Did you get a piece of the back end?
I'm very fortunate.
You did?
I'm very fortunate on this
Not
movie.
on. Now, I read you were worth $150 million. I would think you might even be worth more now with Ted and everything else. Is that accurate in terms of your net worth?
I don't know.
You know
Why
what
would
you're worth.
No, I don't. What do you pay attention to stuff like that?
I pay attention to what you're making, sure.
Really?
Absolutely, I do. But let me understand something, Mark. When a movie like that comes out...
And I'm paying attention to what's going on with you.
Yeah, right. Everyone's paying attention to somebody else.
Can we refile for those stock options? Why don't I get any stock options?
I don't know. But do you invest money in stock? Is that something you do, personally?
No, I get my money, I buy a bunch of weed, and I flip it, and I put it back in the street.
You stopped smoking weed, though, right?
Absolutely.
You stopped because of your kids?
Yes.
You stopped in 2011, you stopped smoking weed?
No, more than that. In August, it'll be 5 years.
And it's because your daughter said to you, gee, she smelled weed somewhere and said, gee, Daddy sometimes smells
No,
like that.
she smelled a skunk.
Right.
She was driving out in Thousand Oaks, and they were just driving, and it smelled like a skunk, right? And she said, Mommy, what's that smell? And she goes, it's a skunk. And she goes, oh, Daddy smells like that sometimes.
And that registered for you?
Absolutely.
And you stopped smoking weed altogether?
Completely.
And you love weed?
I liked it.
When you were doing Ted, and because the movie had so much to do with weed, did you ever sit there and go, oh, I just would love to smoke a joint right now?
No, because when I'm done, I'm done.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's over.
But I had to smoke the fake weed once, and that was awful.
Yeah. Do you find this unbelievable in terms of where you grew up and how you were raised and sort of your whole background? And now look at you. You're a religious man. You have kids. You don't smoke weed. Do you drink still?
I drink some wine here and there, yes.
Here and there, that's it.
Yeah.
Do you ever think you'll revert?
You're going to revert.
Yeah, that one of these days something will happen and
you're going to
boom,
crack.
You'll be back.
Wow,
Mark, you're going to crack.
Well, at least I know you're praying for me not to, Robin. Thank you.
I am.
Oh, you're an angel.
Are you still going to church every morning?
Yeah, well, I didn't go today. I went yesterday. Went to St. Patrick's, but I just said my prayers. I got my prayer book and stuff, so I did that this morning.
Man, that's a whole different guy. Crazy.
Boring, but that's the only way I can...
This is because of your wife, Rhea, right? Because she's very religious.
My wife, my kids. I'm so blessed and fortunate. I don't want to do anything to mess it up.
And no side pussy whatsoever.
Absolutely not.
Look at you.
Crazy?
Well, not with that hand.
No.
I can do it.
Nothing to do with that.
And what are you? Were you following the new pope? Were you happy with the selection of the new pope?
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
And things seem. Does the church bother you with what's going on in terms of these boys and covering up?
I don't. I'm glad that that's happening. They can clean up the church, But I focus my faith is not based on the church as so much the good Lord Jesus Christ.
Look at you.
Who was also Jewish, by the way.
That's true. I read that somewhere. That's right. Why do you tell me that?
Jews for Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That whole Jews for Jesus thing, right?
Why?
How can you be Jewish and be for Jesus?
Well, Jesus was Jewish.
Well,
so
I don't know.
Sense.
Listen to me.
Yes,
Never mind that. So getting back to your whole life, Mark.
Okay.
All right.
You find it fascinating or deathly boring?
What? About your religion?
My life.
No. I'm actually interested in it. Did you just sign up to do the next Transformers movie?
Yes.
Okay. Shia LaBeouf is out?
Yes.
And why did he walk away from the franchise, or did they?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Don't ask?
I just no. Michael and I worked together on Pain and Gain. We had a great experience, and then he was like, "You want to make another movie?" And I said, "Absolutely."
And how many movies are you slated? It seems to me you've got a ton of movies. Not only this new one that's just out, but it seems like you're lined up for the next 5 years worth of movies. Am I correct?
Well, I've been developing a lot of stuff. I got Two Guns with me and Denzel Washington coming out in August, which is also fantastic.
And you shot that already?
Yep. And then I made 4 movies last year, and I went from all of them had very difficult, different physical demands. So I had to go to 165 to 212 down to 175. Then I went to SEAL training to play Marcus Luttrell in Lone Survivor, and no movie was more than 30 days apart. Oh, it's not easy.
When you say you do SEAL training, you actually...
We didn't do the actual BUD/S training, but we trained with actual SEALs to prepare to look like real SEALs for the movie.
How do you not get run down running this whole empire? You've got TV shows you produce. Seriously, how do you...
See, this is what I was talking about you with this morning, Howard.
I'm run down.
Complain.
I was tired by
Look
the
at
end
Mark.
of it.
You were, right?
We finished the day before Thanksgiving. I didn't do anything for a month other than just stuff my face and drank a lot of wine when I was home. And then I decided, you know what, I started feeling really sluggish and stuff, so I started exercising again.
And how are you home at all? I mean, it seems to me you've got to be living 2 lives. I mean, if you're making 4 movies a year, you can't... when do you see...
I wouldn't normally make 4 movies a year. It's just these movies kind of came together at the same time, and they're all movies that I wanted to do. No, like Two Guns we had been developing for a while, putting that together. Lone Survivor was something which I also produced. So we were working on that for a while.
Does your wife say to you, listen, Mark, if we're going to have a marriage, you can't do 4 movies a year. I need to see
I won't
you.
make a habit of doing that anyway. But, my family came down to Florida when I was doing Pain and Gain for 3.5 weeks, almost 4 weeks. She's from Florida.
Oh.
They would come visit in New Mexico when I was shooting. I would go home on the weekends and stuff like that. But it's hard. It's very difficult.
Your wife's a knockout, man.
She's a beautiful woman, yes.
I would definitely have sex with her. I mean, there's no question. And
isn't that nice, Mark?
You if I wasn't married to her.
Yeah, right?
Really?
That's an interesting point about you. When you were growing up, I think one of your brothers said there were girls in the neighborhood you all banged. Like, in other words, you and your brothers shared these women, right? You were never possessive about women. Is that correct?
I'm possessive about my wife.
No, that I understand.
Yeah,
But
no,
back in the day,
you know, people are asking me because in the movie I have this Russian girlfriend who's a stripper, and I just decide, you know what, she's annoying me. I give her to Dwayne. Right, to his character. And so somebody asked me, and I said, I'm probably responsible for making at least 30, 40 guys in my neighborhood lose their virginity.
Yeah, that's an unusual thing. You were so good looking, I guess. Like, for me, I would never want any of my friends to share a girl I got, because in the rare opportunity I had a woman, who's going to share her? I wanted to hold on to her. You know, I lost enough women as it was. But yet you were so inundated with women that you would even say to your brothers, here, bang this woman. She's terrific.
But I wouldn't. But I probably wouldn't go back there after.
No, I understand.
It's a handoff.
It's a handoff. God, what a life.
But you didn't have a problem with it. You didn't sit there and say, that's my woman.
No.
How can you date her?
No.
And when you say to a woman, hey, do my buddy, they would just do what you said, right?
Oh, hook it up. Hook it up.
Wow. What a life.
I had a little, you know, but these were, it's overrated.
Overrated?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Have a
He
face
gave
like
it
mine
all up.
and see if it's overrated.
He did give it all up, Howard.
You did give it all up. You really did. Is it a struggle? Seriously. I know you love your wife. I know you love your family and your kids, but it's still a struggle not to see the girlies, right?
No, you know what? I've actually just all around, I'm really embracing getting older.
Are you?
And getting more mature.
How old are you now?
I'll be 42 in June.
Does it scare you as a leading man to get older? Because, you know, at some point, you know, you're hired because you are a good-looking, rugged guy.
No, you know what? I look at the guys like Jack Nicholson and Robert Duvall, guys that I've admired that have amazing careers, and hopefully I can continue to work when I want and not have to work all the time, but work when I want and work with really talented people. But, you know, I'm playing a father in Transformers, a teenage daughter.
Oh, is that right?
And I haven't really done that. I did that once with Lovely Bones, but I'm still kind of playing a physical guy in the movie.
Lovely Bones was a good movie.
But,
yeah.
But I'm embracing it. The one time, this is a funny story, I got a phone call from Paramount saying, hey, we got this great movie, two-hander, old guy and a young guy. And I was like, cool. And they said, we're going to send you the script. So I'm getting the script, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to get Jack to do this movie with me, right? I'm going to get somebody great that I haven't worked with yet. And then they call me up, and they goes, did you get the script? I said, yeah. They goes, what do you think about Garrett Hedlund? I goes, for what? And they go, for the young guy. I goes, who the fuck am I? And they said, you're the old guy.
You're the old guy.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Well,
but I laughed about that. I really did. I chuckled. I didn't get like super depressed about it.
Didn't you get offered the part, some part in Star Trek? J.J. Abrams offered you like playing a dad or something?
To play Kirk's dad, yeah.
Yeah, and you turned that down because you don't understand the Star Trek jargon. Is that correct?
I couldn't.
Couldn't you
know how to comprehend it?
Really? What do you mean you don't? You were not.
You never watched Star Trek? You don't know that stuff?
He was busy getting pussy.
I watched it maybe a couple times here and there. You know, but like not really paying attention to it. I wasn't a Trekkie.
Wow.
But I really admire JJ's talent, so that's why I try to. But I need to find roles that I can identify with on a personal level, and if it's not something that I can believe, then I don't feel like I can convince an audience of it, or not something that I understand.
What a great position to be in as an actor. Seriously, that's rarefied air. How many actors really have the luxury of saying, hey, I'm going to take a role that I can relate to? I mean, sometimes, you know, it
you
just take every job.
It could definitely be that. That could be my life in the very near future. That I could just be taking whatever job I can just to pay the bills.
Do you ever say to yourself, why me?
That's why I don't take it for granted.
Right, you can't, because you see, there's a lot of good actors on TV. You see them, and you say to yourself, why don't they get into that rarefied air where they can be in movies?
Yeah.
Do you ever sit there and obsess on it? Like, why me? Why did I make it and not these other guys?
No, I don't. I just make sure that I don't do anything to mess it up. I come prepared. I work really hard. I try to do everything I can to make sure that people appreciate my work, and they know that I appreciate the opportunity.
You're smart that way. I always read about this guy, Elliot Gould. He was #1 box office when he made MASH. And they say he was so difficult to work with that Hollywood finally got fed up with him. And he really did himself in terms of his career.
Well, there's a number of guys right behind. I mean, there's millions of guys waiting for the opportunity. It would kill to have the jobs.
That's right. Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who just have this sense of entitlement too, and they think, well, this is I'm the prince, and this is what I do, and
yeah, it's going to last forever, and they need me more than I need them.
That's why I've always been into building business and doing stuff outside. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket,
You
Other
building
people.
any businesses on the internet at all? Are you involved in that, or are you just strictly?
Ashton Kutcher hooking you up.
No, I'm starting to pay attention to the internet more, though. I was just one of those guys who's like, you know what? I don't need it. I don't Twitter and Facebook and all this stuff. And,
right.
And when Diddy and I launched the water, he's very much into all of that stuff. Social networking, social media, yeah.
Right.
That kind of marketing and stuff like that. I'm more behind-the-scenes creative type of guy.
You're in business with Diddy?
Yes.
And you have a water?
Yeah.
And how's that? Is that something that is lucrative for you at this point?
It can be very lucrative.
Just hasn't taken off.
Have you launched the water?
Yeah, we just relaunched the water recently, and we're I just was in Chicago and Ohio and all these places taking meetings with retailers and stuff, and doing the same thing also from my Mark line, the vitamins and supplement line that I launched. So I'm trying to build a business, and I'm trying to also get into the health and wellness space so I can encourage people to live healthy lifestyles.
Go back to Transformers for a second. So you're going to take over the Transformers franchise.
Yep.
Does that scare you from a business standpoint? Like, oh wow, this is a really successful franchise. If I step in and it doesn't do as well, they're going to blame me.
I'm not worried about it. Michael's such a talented guy. I believe in him and his vision, and I think together we can do something really interesting and different.
Right.
We had a great piece of material in Pain and Gain, and I really feel like because of our working together that we elevated that material.
Right.
And I think you'll know that when you see the movie. So it was such a great experience. It was a no-brainer. It wasn't like, well, let me wait, let me see the script. I was like, no, I'm in absolutely 110%.
Oh, so Pain and Gain is Michael Bay.
Yeah.
And while you're working on Pain and Gain with him and The Rock and all that, he says to you, let's do Transformers together. We can elevate the material and make it great. So you haven't even read the script for Transformers yet.
No, I hadn't read anything.
You just trust in him.
Yeah, absolutely.
No kidding.
Oh, dude, he's one of the most talented directors in the business, period, ever.
And now, you took one of your kids to see Transformers, the first one, and the kid learned the word shit.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Never heard that word before?
He probably did, but he said he learned it from Transformers.
So you got upset, and you will not allow him to see Transformers, am I correct?
I will. My wife won't.
Wow, your wife is strict. Is she fun, though, sometimes?
Absolutely. She gives me a hard time about not having a sense of humor. She's got one of the greatest sense of humors of all time.
Are the kids allowed to watch TV?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah. Disney Channel and, age-appropriate movies.
You closely monitor this?
Yes.
And so
how old are your kids
So
now?
much so that the TV in the
37
kitchen...
years old. Yes.
37.
Yeah.
The TV in the kitchen has a code. I don't even have the code.
You can't watch
like
TV.
At night, I want to put on something else. Just turn on HBO. You got to have a
Are you so religious now that you will not watch porn?
I was never into porn.
Would you still do a movie
His
like...
life was porn.
It's true. Yeah, what did you need porn for? I was beating off to porn last night. Did you know that?
No, I didn't, but thank you for
I
telling
absolutely
me.
was. Dr.
That's
Patient
the image
porn.
I want in my head.
That's my new thing, Dr. Patient porn. I love it. I don't know why I'm obsessed with it.
Wow.
But would you today, being the religious man you are, pick a movie like Boogie Nights to do all over again? Do you think you would avoid it? If you had to do it all over again.
It would probably be a more of a process as far as making the decision to commit to something like that.
Yeah.
Because of the kids and everything, they go to school, they got to deal with it. But I don't want that stuff to limit me creatively as an artist. So I would probably still do that movie if I knew how it would turn out.
Right. See,
Yeah.
I think you would turn it down today, and that would be a tragic mistake for your career.
I don't think so.
No?
Watch when you see what I did in Pain and Gain. I do some pretty outrageous stuff.
What are you doing in Pain and Gain? Are you nude?
No, I'm not nude, but I'm off the charts crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see the movie.
It's good.
A role is a
and
role,
Dwayne is
right?
crazy. Dwayne's doing something that he never did before. I mean, he's crazed. He's a very religious guy who just gets out of prison.
Right.
And then as soon as he gets a taste of money, he's also crazed off of cocaine and everything else that he can get his hands on.
You know what I read about you? You actually sat on the board of that Jerry Sandusky
Charity?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't know Jerry Sandusky was out of his fucking
Well, what
mind.
happened was with Invincible, we were asked through Vince Papali's organization to loan our name to something else. And that's funny because I was talking to somebody yesterday. They were asking me to give a quote for their book. which is about inspiring kids, and I wanted to make sure I did a complete background check of who it was, what it was about, because
you never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so were you like? You must have been shocked. You're like, you know what?
Well, somebody asked me about it in an interview. I didn't even. I had no. I never knew who the guy was, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Well, you were on the board and all this stuff." I said, "Oh,
I was."
Oh dear.
Isn't that it's in a way it's so true, because you try to do the right thing in life. You're trying to help kids. People write a book. They want to quote this and that. You can't monitor all that stuff.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with who you associate yourself with.
Did you meet Jerry at all? Did you
No.
ever? You never met him?
No. I was never really involved in the organization.
Believe me, he would like you. I think.
He would have
He
liked him
like-
as a young boy.
Yeah, you're too old now.
He ain't liking where he is.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
All right, so the new movie is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's on track. You're feeling good. The movie is called Pain and Gain, and when you think about it, it's got to be a hit. You've been on a roll. I don't think anything's tanked.
Well, The Rock is like a treasure, right? He's in every hit movie.
Yeah, this guy can't miss.
But you know what's so good about it is it's just so original. If you look at all the movies coming out this year and you see the spots for this, you see the trailer, you see the TV spots, people are like, wow, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
And it's so outrageous that people are really enjoying it.
Yeah, now the family. Now, because this is a true story, some of the families that were victims of these guys who you play feel, it's sort of a comedy, and they shouldn't make a joke about,
Yeah,
about
these
the
people went through a
situation.
real situation.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what do you do about that?
Well, we're obviously very sensitive to the victims and their families, but we're telling the movie from the criminal's point of view. It's the first time you're actually in the mind of a criminal, and these guys were not the smartest guys in the world. So we never try to play it for laughs. There's a lot of humor in the movie because the things that they did were just so outrageous and ridiculous.
What's the most ridiculous thing they did?
Oh my God! Well, they when they were trying to get rid of these bodies after a horrible accident, they went and got a chainsaw from Home Depot. The chainsaw had hair and stuff in it, and it broke. It stopped working. They returned the chainsaw with DNA in it.
Oh, geez.
I mean, what didn't they do? When they took this guy, made him sign over all his assets, they moved into his house. They started running his business. He owned a Schlotsky's Deli. In the movie, it's a Schlotsky's Deli, and they basically became the owner of the deli.
They were so brazen that they were idiotic. Are they in jail now, all of these guys?
My character and Anthony Mackie's character are on death row.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow.
Wow.
I think I saw like a Dateline or 60 Minutes piece on this thing.
Yeah.
This guy was a married guy and he befriended one of these characters.
Uh-huh.
And then they turned on him, right?
Well, no, he was training them, but yeah, they started hanging out.
They just said,
and
why
they
can't we
realized that-
have what he has? Yeah.
Exactly. They felt like because he wasn't as ripped and strong as them and didn't
Right.
put as much time and energy into the gym, that he didn't deserve what he had.
Wow.
And that
Yeah.
they deserved it more. And
it's crazy.
And they moved
took it.
right into his house,
Yeah,
right?
but he was also the guy was also doing a lot of illegal things as well. And even when he testified against them, see, when the
Uh-huh.
police first found him in the hospital, they didn't believe him that this happened. So
Right.
the cops wouldn't do anything about it. So he had to hire a private investigator.
Wow.
And he just took the case because he didn't have any cases, and he started to unravel all this. And then finally, the cops went after him. But the guy who was kidnapped also went to jail
Isn't
for
it
tax
amazing?
evasion because he was doing a lot of illegal things. So they
Yeah.
weren't just taking innocent people; they were taking people who couldn't really.
Isn't
go
it
to the
amazing?
cops.
You would almost think that it's not a true story because it's so ridiculously.
When I
over
read the
top.
script, it said based on a true story. I said absolutely not. This could never happen. And they had to take some stuff out of the movie because it was just too outrageous. People wouldn't believe it.
Jesus,
Yeah.
it's just really odd. And now, do the guys who are on death row, do they see the movie? Are they allowed to see this thing? Because
I don't
it's
know.
their life
Maybe if
story?
it's like the final request, maybe. But I
Yeah.
don't. I think if it comes out on DVD and they're still alive, then they could probably see
When
it.
you play guys like this, you don't go and meet with them in order to get a vibe of what they're like in real life.
No, I after reading the script and then seeing all the news clippings, reading the article that the movie was based on, and I watched the reenactment thing that they did. But I would have been interested to talk to him, but they didn't recommend it, so I didn't push it.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
Yeah, I don't know if they have a movie night on death row.
I don't know.
you can't-
No.
Should they? I don't even know.
I know in Massachusetts prisons they watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, they have movies and stuff.
Yeah, I got my DVDs.
But
going all the time.
that's different than death row.
Yes, you're very popular over there. Are you for the death penalty?
That's tough. You know what?
It is tough.
When you think about people who do stuff to innocent women and children and stuff like that. I don't know. It would really depend on the case, I would have to say.
Yeah, I was always very pro-death penalty, but now I see in the court system how screwed up it is, and
Well,
how
you
many
think about
times
how
they
many
get-
people have been wrongfully convicted, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Crazy.
talking about.
Oh, it's horrible.
So,
Horrible.
like, imagine they kill these guys and they're innocent.
Oh, you think about how many guys have gone to prison or spent their entire lives in prison for something that they haven't done?
It's unbelievable.
A guy got out a few weeks ago and had a heart attack right after they released
Yeah, he
him.
finally got out and then had a heart attack.
Yeah, there was something on like People magazine or something with this one guy who's a crusader who goes and gets people off, whether it's DNA evidence or whatever. But he's got like 50 people who are wrongfully convicted released from prison.
Are your kids super popular in school because you're their father? Does it work that way? They're not.
They're 9 and 7 and 4 and 3, so they're like.
So it doesn't matter yet.
Yeah, they're just doing their thing. They go to a good little.
But don't a lot of like when your kids are in school, you have to socialize with the other parents, right? Who send their kids to school, and don't a lot of the parents want to come over and hang out with you and Rhea, just because you're Mark Wahlberg and they sort of want to get to know you? Isn't that a difficulty?
No, my wife is very involved with the school and the kids and the parents and all that stuff. But no, they don't care about me.
They don't care about you. None of that happens.
No,
I don't believe it. I
There's a lot of nice people there.
Maybe they're all stars, Howard. Where does he live?
Yeah, where do you? Do you send your kids to a school with all stars? They go to public school?
No.
No. You can't send your kids to public school. It's too difficult.
They would want to go to public school, but no, they go to a good school. It's not a big celebrity type of thing. It's a very cool, quiet little school.
Now, your daughter was a big fan of Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
So you pick up the phone and you can just get Justin Bieber on the phone, and then you bring her to meet him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that exciting to be able to do? That's got to be great
Yeah,
as a
cool.
dad. That's
Yeah.
cool, right?
Yeah.
He's nice to you.
Yeah, the Radio Disney Awards are coming up, and they asked me to present something. I'm like, why would I do that? But then my kids love Disney Channel and Radio Disney. They listen to it, so my daughter got wind of it that it's coming up and that I might go. So I'll, if I go, I'll take them. Obviously,
I understand. And now, how is it going with your?
I had to take my daughter once to the Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah,
I'm going up to all these kids and like kid stars, and they're on shows, and I'm like, hey, can you take a picture with my daughter? The kid turns around and goes, man, make it quick, dude. Wow. Oh, he goes, hey, I get the drill, man.
Whoa.
But yeah, so it's like
I hope
I'm
you beat
on
him
up
up.
to everybody. No, I didn't.
Isn't
Tell
that
him
funny?
everybody doesn't
But
grow
you
up to
do-
be Justin Timberlake.
You do anything for your kids. There's
Yeah.
anything you wouldn't do to me.
I know. My daughter, I never ask anybody for an autograph, but my daughter wanted an autograph from Paul McCartney, and I was so humiliated. I went up to him, and Chris Rock was watching, which was even more humiliating. And I go, Paul, can you just sign this for my daughter? And he was like, no. He handled me and walked away, and I was just like fucking humiliated,
Oh, you didn't sign it for him?
No, he didn't. But
He did the in a minute thing.
and he goes, yeah, I'll get to you in a minute. And then he kind of
Where was it? Where were you?
I don't know. It was at the where was that concert, Rob?
Of the Apollo.
Yeah, right, at the Apollo or something when Sirius XM had one. But I mean, Paul's been on my show many times, and he's a great guy, and he even gave me a good.
called you.
He's called me at home. He gave me a guitar. I mean, he's very, very. I love the guy, and who doesn't love Paul McCartney? But you do that kind of stuff for kids that you wouldn't normally do, right?
Yeah. It's funny that he brushed you off.
Give you the brush off.
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
But at least he's a Beatle,
Yeah, well, he's in the Beatles. He's allowed to do that. So how much money do we think we're going to make this weekend with the movie?
Do we worry about that?
Are we tracking this?
Well, we definitely want it to be good. We're paying attention to what's going on. But, it's a movie that only cost $25 million.
Who are we up
so
against?
it'll definitely be a success.
Do you got
I don't
the
think
weekend
there's
to
much,
yourself? Nothing?
Yeah, there's not much coming out. Iron Man's coming out the weekend after, which will be a
Perfect.
giant hit.
Good,
Yeah.
But
good.
the movie will have legs and it'll have good word of mouth, so hopefully it'll run throughout most of the summer.
Yeah, right. Well, I wish you a lot of luck with it. I really, truly do.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Wish me luck with my Marked line. I finally bought you some products, so you're going to be ripped up like The Rock.
I don't know. Nothing works for me.
This stuff will work
Wait
for
a minute. Maybe this is it,
you.
Howard.
This stuff will work for you.
You know what? I got to do something. I'm a mess.
It'll work for you.
I'm tired of being a wimp.
If I went from 165 to 212 in 8-10 weeks.
You do martial arts?
No.
Well, you just kick ass, right?
Boxing.
You go into the.
But I
you
like
box?
MMA. I do put my one of my assistants in an arm bar. I put him in an arm bar or a guillotine choke every day on Lone Survivor.
You're a pretty good fighter, right? I mean, you can kick some ass.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So what do? You go to a gym and then you box these guys?
No, I got a gym in my house. I don't, if I'm on the road or something, I go to a gym.
So who do you box?
Oh, I got different people come over and
they come over and they spar with you.
Yeah.
And they hit you in spar.
Yeah.
What do they do? They hit you in the face?
Yeah.
They're allowed to?
Yeah.
Don't you worry
But
about
you're wearing that head stuff.
Yeah, we wear headgear, but if I'm working, then maybe we won't be going full out, because I can't show up to set with a black eye.
Can you knock a fucker out if he's wearing headgear?
People have gotten a little bit.
Yeah? You love it, right?
It's great exercise.
That's right. Would you ever spar with a guy like Mike Tyson? Never.
You know what? Maybe in about 10 years.
What is it?
He's got to go.
Where are you going? What do you got on the promotional
Going to
tour?
Good Morning America, and then we're going to Kelly.
Kelly Ripa?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, that's good. You going to wear that, or are you going to get dressed up?
No, I'm going to wear this.
You're going to take off that thing on your hand, or are you going to just go on with it?
And I'll take it off for an hour, and then I'm putting it on no matter where I am, because I got to get this thing to get better.
Well, Mark, listen, I love you, and I hope that
You're the best,
I hope your movie's a big success. Mark Wahlberg's in Pain and Gain.
And maybe you and Gary can have a contest to see who gets more ripped. I brought all the Mark products for you. I didn't want you to have to go to Walgreens or Rite Aid to buy the products or GNC, so I brought you some
How
stuff.
many products do I have to eat in order to look like you?
Just drink some whey protein and probably eat some bars if you want. You can't eat a meal.
And I need to gain weight?
And some blast and burn packs.
But I'd have to work out with high intensity. And that's not going to happen.
Workout's 85%. I mean, 15% of it.
Really?
It's really nutrition and diet.
If this shit works, I'll drink it all at once. I'll just take the whole thing.
You get the ready-made
Just take
shake.
all of it.
If I can drink that and look like you, I'm okay.
You're in.
All right, listen. Mark Wahlberg, Pain and Gain. And go see it with The Rock. And that's that. All right. We'll be back right after these words.
Bye.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Rob Zombie, and I'm here to, I don't know, why even pretend like I'm going to promote something? I'll walk in there, forget what it is, and spend, 15 minutes talking about something ridiculous, so I don't know.
You've been here enough.
Just
to know
happy to
the
be
deal.
here. I've been here enough to know that you cannot walk in with an agenda about something you're going to promote, so I'll do that everywhere else today.
All right.
Here, I don't know, we'll talk about our cats and our dogs and things of that nature.
Cool,
something.
We'll see you in the studio.
See you in there.
All right, thanks.
My dear friend Rob Zombie is here.
Is that right?
Hey, look at you. How you doing, man?
All right.
What are you doing? I mean, beside the movie, are you going back on tour, or what's going on? with
Yeah,
you?
well, I'm going back on tour in June.
Yeah.
Because I have the movie and the record coming out this week.
Boy, Mr.
Next week?
Busy.
I know, right?
We're putting out records. Isn't it sort of depressing now? Because I feel like the CD is dead.
It is.
The
For
record
sure.
business is almost dead. Can you sell
It is.
CDs? I mean, you've sold, how many records have you sold in your entire career?
I don't know, maybe like 16 million or something like that.
I think it's more.
I don't know.
16 million.
Something like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I got in under the wire before the door slammed shut when you could still make money selling records. But, I mean, the rest of the world still buys them. That's what's funny.
They do?
Yeah, it's like you go to other countries and they still have record stores and things, and people still are into it.
You mean for some reason they're not aware of the internet and
No, I think they still like to. I mean, I don't know. I think it's the hard rock scene is more like that. The kids are still into buying the actual thing and owning it.
Right.
But yeah,
So-
but I mean, but still, it is pretty dead. I mean, you sell nothing. in
So when you're in the studio and you're making a new CD, do you sit there and go, "Oh, what the fuck is the use?" I mean, do you,
Sometimes.
you do, right? It's like, what am I doing? I mean,
Oh, dear.
maybe
Yeah.
I'm wasting my time.
Well, it's not so much when you're making because we'll play the songs live and kids will know the songs and people get into it. But it's when you're obsessively trying to sequence the record.
Yeah.
You're like, what do I fuck? And no one gives a shit. Why
No
are we
one cares.
obsessing over what track 9 is going to be compared to track 8? But we do it anyway.
You have to do it. You're an artist.
For
That's
the
what
one
you
guy
do.
the one guy like Gary who still cares.
Yeah, who carries, who actually loves pieces of vinyl.
Yes, and the sequencing and feeling it and flipping it over. And
Are you a vinyl collector?
I was. Well, you know what? Now I am actually because I don't know. I got into it again.
You did?
Yeah.
It seems like the dumbest fucking thing on the
It might
planet.
be, but
right? It's just stupid.
It might be, but somehow it makes me. God, Gary, come in here.
How many
Back me up on
pieces?
this.
How many pieces of vinyl do you have?
Well, I was just talking to Gary about his show. Not enough to be on the show, but
Right.
You know, a decent amount because like what it was I would find cool record stores all on the road and find these records that. The thing is with a lot of bands, sometimes it seems like here's the greatest hits of this or that, but you can't find the records of some stuff you like.
And then when you get home, you have a special turntable and you listen to your vinyl.
Yes, it's very
Do you?
special. Well, the turntable's like not good,
right?
So maybe vinyl sounds better, but not on this turntable.
That's what I
Sounds
mean.
horrible.
It's just,
Yeah, like why would you invest in special equipment to hear a record?
If you want vinyl, Rob, I'll give you my
Boy.
records. I mean, it's I don't know. It just all seems so silly to me. But Gary insists that this is an important thing to do.
Well, I mean, for me, what it makes me actually do is listen to music a little more because what I would always find myself doing is going to iTunes, downloading a record,
right,
forgetting I downloaded it, and never listening to it,
right,
and then going. And then doing it again and going like, why am I going to, 5 times I've downloaded it.
Are you still in love with music? Like, do you love listening to other artists and hearing current bands, or are you just like over it?
Just over
You're over it?
No, I'm not over it. How could you be over it?
I don't know.
I still love it, but I mean, I never listen to anything current though.
You don't?
Not really.
Like, you don't listen to the top 5 to hear what's selling?
No, I have no idea.
Why would he listen to the top 5?
Well,
Yeah,
just
exactly,
to see
but-
what's going on. I mean, in the music industry,
I
you're
kind
in
of
it.
don't care.
Right.
I guess I
Yeah,
should.
that's hardly music.
I guess I
most
should
of it.
care, but
But shouldn't you care about something, like some sort of artists or current music?
I probably should, but I don't. I mean, don't you feel this way sometimes? You're just trapped in your own time bubble, and when
Yeah.
you hear new stuff, you go like, I can't relate to it. It doesn't. I always feel like I can't relate to anything being made by someone younger than me. Like I just feel like.
So who do you relate to? Led Zeppelin and that kind of music?
I don't know if I relate to anything, but it's like, stuff like that. If I listen to it, it still sounds great.
Hey, Rob, I'm just trying to get
Well,
to know
what
you.
was the last record
You know, I
you
mean,
bought?
I'm not trying
High
to bust
pressure
your
in here
balls
this morning.
here.
I don't know. It
What
makes me
was the
like-
last record you bought?
Vinyl?
Yeah, you mean vinyl, Rob?
Yes, I
CD?
do. I want to see what you picked
He doesn't
up.
care.
I don't know.
Did you ever win a Grammy? You've been nominated like how many times?
I think 8.
8 times. Did you ever win a Grammy?
No, but the one time I got nominated, it was me and Alice Cooper did a song together. We got nominated, and he had never won either. So I thought, I'm in this year.
Right.
They're going to give it to him because he deserves it. I'm just going to coattail in.
Did
But
you
we
go
lost again? Then
You lost. Who'd you lose to?
I don't know.
You don't remember. Did you go to the actual Grammy broadcast?
No.
You
I
wouldn't-
went once. I don't even know if I was nominated that year, and I don't like those type of things.
Why not? Why not go and celebrate with
Because
your
it
industry?
seems really exciting on television. Well, actually, it doesn't really, but
Right.
the idea of it seems. But you're sitting there, and it just seems boring, and no one's watching the show anyway.
Maybe you need to play that game. Then you would win Grammys.
Maybe.
Maybe. You don't care? You wouldn't like to see a Grammy on your shelf? Would that not turn you on?
No, I guess not.
No, you don't care.
You do care about stuff like that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's like how if it's something that you don't care about and then you suddenly win it. I guess it's pretty weird if you suddenly act like you care.
Yeah.
If it sold a bunch of records, I guess I would care because then it would have a purpose. But
Although, I was recently, I have these I won awards from Billboard magazine. I don't know what they mean. I don't know why I won them, like top radio personality, 1990, blah, blah, blah. And I displayed them in my office, and I look at them once in a while, and I think it makes me feel better about myself, but I'm not sure. I don't even know why I do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have a few awards for different things, and I have them still. I mean,
You've seen my office.
Do you display
Yeah.
them?
You see, I displayed my stuff in my office.
Well, yeah, the lights that you have focused on them are a tad bright.
Well, they have to be displayed.
You can't get around
Rob
them when you
doesn't
walk in.
display any of his awards?
Well, technically they're displayed. There's just no one ever that comes over to see them. So, does a display count if no one's there to see it?
Do you have any friends beside me? I mean, do you have any people who come over and hang out ever?
No.
Never.
Literally never.
Never. Are you lonely?
I mean, I have West Coast friends, but I don't really know anyone on the East Coast.
Why not? You live on the East Coast now. Why don't you have any friends? What's going on there?
I think I've passed the age of making friends.
Is that right? And you don't need that kind
That's
of
why
stimulation?
when I come to your house, it's so awkward.
I know. For both of us. No, Rob and his beautiful wife,
We just
Sherry.
stare at each other and don't know what to say.
No, they will come over occasionally, and we'll spend the weekend together, and then we stare at each other.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem so bad, right? We have a decent
No, it's
time.
great. And then we have that breakfast Sunday morning, and you have that look on your face like...
It's time for you to go.
You've had your breakfast. Please get out of my house.
Come on, Rob. Get the fuck out of here.
How long are you going to linger?
Tell me what happened. I haven't had a chance to talk to you about this. You were on tour with Marilyn Manson.
Oh,
and
yeah.
When did this happen, by the way, this incident with Marilyn Manson?
I don't know.
Yeah.
6 months ago, maybe?
Because it seems very, like, I know you. This seems very childish. This is like high school almost.
Oh,
like,
it was ridiculous.
Ridiculous, right? You were on tour with Marilyn Manson. Are you sort of the boss? When you go out on tour with Marilyn Manson, are you guys sort of in control of the thing? Because I figure he's not a businessman.
Well, I mean, the whole tour is that tour, and most tours were structured co-headlining 50-50. Nobody, if everything's 50-50, nobody can ever complain.
Right.
You know, I mean, we would close the show, he would open it, but it was like same set time, same everything for everybody. That way, no one can ever complain. So
are you good friends with Marilyn Manson when you put together a tour, or is it strictly business?
I mean, it's sort of like a little of both, I guess. I mean, I've known him for a long time, but I'm not like good friends with him. I would, if I saw him someplace, you know, you just know people for
So when you go out,
20 years.
I just figured when you go out on tour with someone, you really do hang out and you get to know each other. But you don't, right? It's like two separate worlds. He does
Sometimes you
his
do.
thing.
I mean, I never really did. I would
Right.
always sort of keep to myself, and the band, a lot of my band's sort of the same way, so it's like, we just don't.
Aren't a lot of guys in your band now from Marilyn Manson? Like
Two of the guys, yeah.
Yeah, they left Marilyn Manson and they joined your band.
Well, they had already quit, so they didn't jump ship to, like, you know, they'd been out of that band for a while. So that was kind of weird, but...
Right. So you go
Weird
out
for
on
them,
tour with
anyway.
Marilyn Manson. He opens, you close the show.
Yeah.
You split it 50-50. Everything's going along just fine. One night, Marilyn Manson decides he's going to show up late.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really told the whole story because I figured that might as well just let it die out because it was so stupid to begin with.
Right.
Because, you know, the next day it was over with, but, you know, I'm still talking about it.
Right.
It was no big deal. What it exactly was, even though as soon as you tell your side of the story, it's like, oh, yeah, that's his bullshit side of the story.
Right.
I mean, he just, and I didn't even care. He went on late, which doesn't matter.
Right.
He can go on late, it doesn't matter. He just has to get off on time because, you know, all the buildings have strict curfews, so...
Right. When you do a concert, you can't stay there all night. It
Yeah,
costs
no, I mean,
extra
they will
money to
literally just
stay.
turn the power off and turn the lights on and people start filing out. So you can't do that. So he can go on whenever he wants. He can do whatever he wants.
Right.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't even pay attention.
But it does affect your show.
He
if
just has to come off stage at the allotted time that he's supposed to be off stage. That's the only thing. And, you know, he went on late, which I didn't care. I was in my
How many
dressing
minutes
room.
late? Half
I don't
hour?
even know. I think he was like 20 minutes late, 25 minutes late. I wasn't even paying attention, really, because I was in my dressing room getting ready. So, you know, whatever he does, I'll monitor what he does. I just happened to that night. Sometimes in the dressing rooms, they have TVs so you can watch the other acts while you're getting ready. So that night, I just happened to be watching.
Right.
Normally, I wouldn't have because I'd be too busy. And he went, you know, and then he went on late, which was fine. I didn't care. But then he wasn't coming off on time, and he was kind of going and going. And I'm like, you know,
dude, you're
someone's got to go out there and, you know, which sometimes it happens, you know, 5 minutes, something. You go, you know, can't judge everything perfectly. But I'm like, is someone going to stand off the side of the stage and start waving, you know, flashing the flashlight, like time to get off? You know.
Right.
And just kind of kept going and going. And then he finally came off, whatever time, and, you know, whatever. We played our show, and it wasn't until the next day that it sort of turned into a thing.
He badmouthed you.
Yeah, because in his mind, he thought I had some, like, he couldn't play his last song which I didn't even know. But it had nothing to do with me. I mean, he
Right.
went on he went on late.
He went
came
on
off-
late. He's got to end his
It was
set.
the chaos of his show, and it had nothing to do with me. And
But he blamed you.
Yeah, he got on stage and started ranting and raving like about me, and I'm.
What did he say about you?
I missed a lot of it because like I was backstage getting ready, but I saw some of it on TV, and I'm like, he's screaming, "I'm going to kick somebody's ass!" And I was watching on TV like, what is he talking about?
Right.
Not realizing he's talking about me.
Right.
I'm just
right.
watching like, who's he mad at? Because he's always,
There's always something going
I mean,
on.
you know him, and this is not gossip. He always seems to be mad at somebody.
Right. He
That's just
needs
sort of-
that.
yeah, he's like, I just figured it was some crew guy that did something, and he was pissed off about sound guy.
Right. He's a
And-
drama queen.
So he's just ranting and raving, and eventually, after watching it for 5 minutes, I realized he's talking about me. Like,
Poor
what the
you.
fuck did I do? I'm back here minding my own business.
Right.
You know, and he's out there, and I'm like, I was like, oh, I'll just not say anything. I'll just ignore it because that's just sort
'Cause you're
of the way
above it.
things are.
Yeah.
But it kept going and going, and you can only be pushed so far. So when he came off stage,
Yeah, you feel like a
I
douche.
bolted backstage into his dressing room with the ridiculous thought, like, I'm just going to punch him in the face, and that's
Right.
going to be the end of that, and we won't have to talk about it anymore.
Right.
And I ran in there, and you know, I think he was sort of like, hey, whatever. But I was pissed.
Hey, whatever.
Like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if he even
So wait,
realizes
you
the
go.
things he says sometimes.
Let me understand something. So you go charging back. Can you beat him up? By the way, I mean, have you assessed that situation before you go charging in there?
I don't know how you would assess the situation.
Right. Are you a good fighter?
It's not something that I want to do.
Right. Have you been in fights?
It would be absurd. Not since like you're a kid.
Right.
Like who gets into a fight as an adult?
Very few people.
It's pretty absurd.
Yeah.
What is happening? But you just get pissed. I mean, you know.
Right.
But it almost happens. I mean, it seems like this.
So you charge into his dressing room. You say, "Hey, Marilyn Manson."
I didn't go in there like, oh, I'm going to fight. I just kind of went in like, what the fuck is your problem?
And what did he think? Did he explain himself?
Not really. He sort of started to, and I just basically, I was pretty calm about it. I was pissed, but calm. I was just like, look, man, I don't fuck with your show. I didn't fucking do anything with your show. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so what the fuck?
And all of a sudden, when you confront a guy like that,
Well,
suddenly...
that he didn't really know. I just think that he just starts saying things. He's not thinking that someone's actually going to be pissed about it.
Right.
And not just shrug it off like, If it was backstage, I might have just not shrugged it off. But like, if you're going to go in front of the crowd and say the whole thing, now it just became like a real thing you just created.
So after you
that
confront
I'm still
him,
talking about.
yes,
obviously.
but after you confront him, I just want to understand how you handled it. After you confront him, then you go out on stage and you start singing "Fuck Marilyn Manson," right?
Well, yeah, because I don't remember what I did. I don't remember.
I'll
but
play it for you.
Don't play it.
Come on, I
hate
want to
hearing
play it.
live music.
Wait.
No, I can imagine.
All right, you don't want to hear it?
No, I hate hearing
It's
live
so
recordings.
great.
Is it?
Yeah.
But I was just, you know, after I got off stage, it's like, oh, this is so stupid.
Right.
But
so even after confronting him and he gave you his explanation,
he never really gave me an explanation.
That's when you went on stage.
I was just.
Is that when you went on stage and said "fuck Marilyn Manson" and all that other stuff? Because that's what made my news. That's what made my
Yeah.
radar.
So it made it seem like I started the whole thing. Obviously.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't, have any reason to be mad at him for anything.
How do you feel about the two of you doing a boxing match on my show? Would you consent
I
to
feel
that?
that's a mature way to just
Yeah,
say.
why not? Let's get it over
No,
with.
the thing is, like, the next day, nobody cared, but it's like, it seems like this big deal. And then, that was like almost like the first week of the tour. Then we did all of the U.S. and all of Europe together.
Who patches things up between you guys when you have a big, tour like that and it's bound to make a lot of money? Who actually intervenes and says, "Oh, come on, guys, let's sit down and work this out business-wise"?
Well, I mean, after it happened that night, his manager and Twiggy and stuff were all in my dressing room, like, apologizing. Like, oh, my God, we're so sorry. This is so fucked up.
Right.
I was like, by that point, I was like, who cares? Fuck it. So I basically just approached, like, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk to each other for the entire tour. It doesn't affect our shows. But, our tour manager used to be their tour manager or I don't remember how it went. And he sort of, I think, was in the middle of it.
You're all artists. You're all trying to make a living.
It's like, it was absurd, but everyone's, sometimes people just push you and you're like, especially, I think it's when you try so hard to make something like fair, like, okay, it's 50-50, that way no one can say shit, and then someone starts something, you're like,
because you couldn't come up with a more fair business arrangement. It's like, hey, you make 50, I'll make 50. Let's shut up and go make some money.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the only way, because, and you don't want it to be some ego thing. So if it's kind of like, you get everything I get, you do your whole thing, I do my whole thing, done.
Would you go out on tour with him again?
Probably, yeah.
Does it give you pause now when you say, hey, when I pick a guy I'm going to go on tour with, I got to really make sure?
No, it never happened before. We've done so many tours. I mean, I've toured endlessly for 25 years and literally never had a problem with it.
Do you still like touring?
Yeah, that's the best part about it. That's the only thing, like when we're talking about CDs and all that, and vinyl. You know, but touring is the only thing that hasn't changed. That's exactly the same.
And it feels good to go out on the road and do all that
it's
stuff?
great.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, this directing thing now is getting very
Does that work with a music career? I don't even. I think
What,
those
directing?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, I mean, I think do they come from different places in you, Rob, or is it the same kind
It's
of
pretty different.
creative process?
I mean, it's real different. I mean, I used to do this thing that didn't work where I would make a record and tour and do that for a couple of years and then stop and then make a movie and just be in that world for years at a time. And literally when I'd be done making the movie and doing that whole stuff, I'd be like, I don't even remember how to play a show. I don't even remember what I used to do. It would feel so separate because you go from like being out front, having to make a spectacle of yourself, to being so far behind the scenes that you don't even talk to people practically.
I read an interview with some director who said you really don't know how to direct a movie until you've directed at least 4 or 5 movies. That I know what it was somebody commenting on the fact that Jon Stewart wants to direct a movie. And the guy was saying it was probably a mistake. I was reading this critique. He goes, it's probably a mistake because it takes 4 or 5 movies before you really know what the hell you're doing. You agree with that?
Do you feel that way?
I feel like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can with each one you learn enough that you can get through the next thing and you can make it better and you learn stuff. But I don't know if you've probably even after 5 movies, if you feel like, oh, I got this.
Right.
It's like with anything. The more you learn, the more, and it sounds so cliche, but the more you learn, the more you feel like, oh God, the more there is to do. But
yeah, I find with me, I gotta jump into something and delve into it completely. I can't just be into one thing and then another thing and then another thing. You got to really sort of immerse yourself in it, right? Well, you started directing stuff when you were doing rock videos, right?
Well, that's why I started with videos, and now what I've been doing in between movies is doing some TV and some TV commercials.
Yeah, what was that commercial you did for like Woolite or something?
I did a Woolite commercial, and I've done some other
now
ones since then.
Now that seems odd.
No, you know what? I've always heard...
Rob Zombie for Woolite.
I've always heard that commercial directing is probably the best training for movie directing. That these
You're
are the
telling
guys.
A story.
These are guys who actually are on the cutting edge of the technology. Because commercials, they put up a lot of money for them, and you can experiment, right?
Well, what's good about what I like about commercials is it feels like, you know, it'd be like if you did a tour and you played one show a year, and after that show you'd be like, that was a terrible show. You know, you need to do in a lot of shows. You kind of get in the groove, and at least the commercials, you feel like you keep your sort of directing chops up because you're there and you're working. Because sometimes if you haven't done a movie for 2 years, you walk on set and you feel like this is awkward.
Where is this Woolite commercial? I want to see it. Well, I mean, did you do some sort of weird commercial, or was
it's
it like
pretty
a straight...
weird. I mean, the thing with the commercials, they're not my ideas. They come to you. The ad agency has agonized over it for sometimes a year.
Wow.
And they bring you the boards. But I mean, it's all over YouTube for sure. But
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty. But what I liked about it, they wanted to do something, of course, that was like scary.
Right.
It's a pretty weird word, like commercial. It looks like a guy's dragging a dead body through a field.
For Woolite?
For Woolite.
Wow, how weird. Was this an internet commercial? They didn't air it.
No, it's still on TV. It was so successful that they're still running it. They've been running it for 2 years. I've seen it so much on television.
Do you get paid every time they run it? Is it one of those? No, you don't. You get paid one shot deal.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
What a shame.
So a person is dragging somebody...
Dragging like what looks like a body bag through a field, in like this creepy field, and there's a spooky house and stuff. He looks like a serial killer. And then he starts pulling out laundry and torturing the laundry on these torture devices. And it's like, don't torture your clothes, use Woolite. But at the end of the commercial, there's all the nice stuff, like the pretty people wearing their nice clothes.
Yeah.
That was the stuff that was fun to film because it was so easy.
Are you becoming the guy who they go to for horror movies and stuff? I mean, are you only going to be a horror movie director?
No, this movie I just did will be the last one that I do, I think.
You're talking about... The new movie, by the way, is called... Hold on, Lords of Salem.
Yeah, the Lords of Salem.
Which opens nationwide this Friday. Were you, we've discussed this a million times, but were you upset that they put on the Munsters television show and they didn't tap you for that? Because no one is a bigger Munsters fan besides myself. Well, you and me, right?
No, I never even crossed my mind. I figured like with TV shows, it's like...
Did you watch the Munsters, the
I
remake?
missed it because I was on tour. And I forgot to watch it.
You never saw it?
I never got to see it.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
like Robin didn't think it was good.
But
I loved it.
I was unsure of it till that night at your house hanging out with Jerry. And
right.
He's so funny.
Right.
I like...
You got it.
I got why they would cast him because he's so funny.
How big of a Munsters fan are you? If I was to ask you questions about the Munsters, do you think you could answer them?
I don't know.
I want to test you.
I wore this for you today.
Oh, yeah, you got the Herman Munster shirt. I love the Munster.
But,
let me see how good you are. I'm going to give you a
bet
test.
I won't remember any of them.
Let's see.
There was a time where I was.
How many times have you watched the Munsters, the episodes?
I don't know. I mean, I've been watching it over and over since I was a little kid, but I haven't watched it recently.
Let me see how you do. I'm going to really test you now. Let's call this the Munsters game.
Okay.
With my special guest, Rob Zombie.
Right.
All right, here we go. You ready?
I don't know.
Herman drove the Munster coach. What was the name of Grandpa's coffin car?
Well, that's easy. Dragula.
Dragula, of course. I start you off. All right, that's one. You got it right.
That'd be nice. I don't get that one.
All right. Of course, you wrote a song called Dragula.
Yes.
All right.
Softball question.
There were two actresses who played Marilyn. Name them.
There was first Beverly Owen, who quit after 13 episodes because she wanted to be with her boyfriend. Who
Yes.
that didn't go anywhere. And then Pat Priest replaced her.
Excellent. That is correct.
Which, it's funny as a kid when they would always do that, you would even notice. You'd be like, why does she look weird now?
Yeah, and it was weird, too, because
Like
the
the two
original
Garens.
Marilyn was young, and then the one they got second was like an old 44-year-old woman.
I think she was only 30.
30-something.
For
back then, it was
but
like old.
But at least she was blonde. You could always tell the first one. I think she was always wearing a wig because she'd always wear like a...
And Beverly Owen had to leave because her boyfriend lived in New York.
Yeah.
She marries the fucking guy, gives up the Munsters, and guess what? They got a divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
She could be at a convention signing pictures of herself from 40 years ago right now.
What was the name of Grandpa's pet bat?
I assume it was Igor.
Correct. What do you mean you assume it was
Well,
Igor?
That was the first thing that popped in my head, but I wasn't...
All right.
You know.
Now, here's a good one. Let me see how good you are.
Okay.
What was the name of the funeral parlor that Herman worked at?
Gateman, Goodman, and Graves, I think.
Oh, my God. Beautiful. Gateman, Woodbury, and Graves.
Yeah.
I am
Look
very
at you.
impressed.
What was the name of Herman's twin brother?
That I don't think I'm going to remember.
Come on, you can pull this out.
His twin brother.
Herman had a twin brother.
Yeah, he was all like... He was always wearing an ascot.
Right.
I can't think of...
Herman's brother wore an ascot?
He was more refined than Herman.
Starts with a C.
I can't think of it right now.
Charlie.
Oh, okay.
How do you not know that?
It's early. But that was the name of the episode, too, he was on. Something with the name Charlie in it.
In the episode
A
entitled...
Monsterologist.
In the end, listen, this guy's good. Rob comes to my house, and we sit and watch Munsters.
Oh, my God.
On the big screen, though.
On the big screen. I got a big screen.
He built the
Is it
screening room so we
different?
can watch the Munsters.
Yeah, it was
Is
so
it
much fun.
different?
And it was weird because Jimmy Kimmel was over, and I think I don't know that Jimmy's that into the Munsters.
Jimmy doesn't dig the Munsters.
But he wanted to bond with us, so he sat and watched the Munsters with us because we were insane. In the episode entitled Herman the Rookie, what baseball team did Herman try out for?
Oh, good question. I haven't seen that episode in a long time. I don't know, was it the Dodgers?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Look at you.
that was a guess, though.
Don't you remember? Because I forget who was in the episode. But
Some episodes, was Sandy Koufax the episode?
Yeah. What was the name of Eddie's doll?
Oh, that was Woof Woof.
Correct, Woof Woof.
Look at the ear was always coming off.
Wow.
My God, you spent a lot of time.
Oh, well, you think Rob had a life? If there wasn't for rock music, he'd still be in his room watching. You ever think about that, like what you'd be doing if it wasn't for rock music? Like
it would. Well, yeah, it would be sad because I remember having that moment. I think you ever have that moment where you're like, you might only be 21, but I had no job. I had got kicked out of college, and I remember sitting in my crappy apartment in New Jersey thinking, well, you did it. You're a loser. With nothing in sight, like, you did it. You're a loser.
What was the college?
Parsons School of Design.
Yeah. You got kicked out?
Well, I would never go. So my grades got so low, they kicked me out.
Did your parents pay for it, or did you pay for it?
Well, no, they paid for it. I since paid them back. But
were they livid? Like, hey, we're paying for this.
I think they were relieved. I mean, they didn't pay beyond what I went. So
yeah, but I'm just saying, they're paying for it, and then you have this son who, like isn't even going to class, and they're probably like, why the hell are you making us pay for this
I'm
thing?
sure for many years, yeah, it was a horrible disappointment.
What were you thinking not going to class? Why?
I was thinking that I moved from a boring town, and I was in New York City, and it was more fun to go to Danceteria all night long than to get up and go to class.
You went to a place called Danceteria?
Yeah, remember that place?
But you didn't dance.
No, it was just called Danceteria for whatever reason. It was a cheesy name, but it was 4 or 5 floors, and it was a great place.
And you get laid there?
No.
Did you have the whole beard and the whole look?
No, I don't. I was pretty young. I don't think our beard would have grown then.
In high school, were you happening at all? I mean, were you getting laid, or were you just like kind of a loser?
What are we doing right now?
What do you mean?
You're reading me questions about the Munsters.
Oh.
Doesn't that answer the other question you just asked me?
Yeah, right, okay. How old were you when you first got a woman?
I don't know, 16 maybe?
16? Oh, so you weren't doing so bad.
Well, when you're 16, it seems horrible. I guess I think it should be like... 14.
What was the name of the old ring Eddie found in the attic that carried a terrible curse?
Oh, yeah, that was...
This would be really incredible.
Yeah,
if you got
I
this.
think it's... I forget how they would say it. It's almost like Lugosi is like the word, but...
Very good.
But is that the word?
It's an emerald.
Different,
it's the...
I can't remember how they would...
It was the...
Emerald Lugosi?
It was, it was the Fregosi.
Fregosi, yeah.
Emerald. Very good. I'm going to give you that one. That was close.
I think I was never quite sure what Grandpa was saying when he would say it.
Herman, it's the Fregosi Emerald.
Yeah, like...